Hi everyone, welcome the heck in. How are y'all doing today? Happy Sunday. It is Sunday. I don't know about y'all. I'm getting the Sunday scaries. Chat. I want maybe 3 more weekends at least, at minimum. How's everyone doing today? Chat. Cliff Alistair McLean was first, and he has to hit it! Hi, Cliff Alistair McLean. Cliff, was that the very first of the Cliff Alistair McLean era?
Gucci.
We also have Big Gamey. Big Gamey was in his house. Big Gamey, thank you for the resub for 16 months. Big Gamey. It's madness, sir. Madness. Says I am. Hello, says I am. Andrew CZ. It was a second. Nice, Cliff. We got Andrew CZ. V tries to chat. AKV Gamers. AKV likes to chat. AKV likes thing. Lara Gale. Hello. Debs. Hello, Debs. How you doing, Debs? Skip. How you doing today, Skip? Hello, Freckled Science. Welcome in. We got Esoteric Jezza. Hello, hello. Plain old Trey in the house. How you doing, Trey? Music Girl is here, as is Mr. Jimmy B93. Mr. B is live tonight, chat. Be ready for B Square. Lady Lara Croft. Hello. Tactics. Hello, hello. Milas, a.k.a. NMD96. How are you doing, NMD? Welcome the heck in, ma'am. Let me keep going. Ooh, I think I caught up. I think I'm caught up. Yes. Welcome the heck in, everybody. Tactics, how are you? Cliff, it was the second time. Cliff, it's pretty legendary. The stink of my rear. Ooh. It's a little, it caught me there in the lungs. How you doing, stink of my rear? Welcome the heck in, everyone. Folks, to start off the stream, there was a prediction at the very beginning of the Balint get haircutted in chat. No one gets haircutted on the Sunday. So 10,000 channel points on the line. The correct answer is no. No one gets haircutted on the Sunday, chat. You cannot get haircutted on a Sunday. That's legal law in the state of New Jersey and the neighboring state of Pennsylvania. There is no hair cutlery open on Sundays, chat. Why? I don't really know. But it's just rules is rules, chat. Rules is rules. I definitely have the Sunday scaries. Me too. Lady Lara Croft. I want to nap. I want to play video games. I want to eat a ton of delicious food and then just sleep again and just do nothing. But little baby Alona, she got up very early this morning and Lita wasn't feeling well. So I got up around 6 and we watched the second half of Black Adam. And the second half was definitely better than the first half. And it was, it was pretty decent, I guess. It wasn't as good as I was hoping for a rock movie. We then watched some soccer. We also went on a walk. We sat outside some. I did some lawn trimming and lawn maintenance. I finished a commissioned piece for Risterok, and now we're here, Chad. Now we're here. Nothing too wild today. Nothing too crazy time wild. I remember you saying that, but still voted yet for the. No, it's Jimmy. It's very silly. It's very silly, Jimmy. Hello, Spiritless Wolf Art. How you doing? Welcome the heck in. I like doing the walkies with her, Lady Lara Croft. Although she did chuck her pacifier on the sidewalk today. I'm like. All right, little one, that's it for the pacifier until we get home and wash it. I don't think she was pleased. I do not think she was pleased about it. Chat, I'm going to put up a poll of what y'all want to work on today for SciArt Sunday. Where we're going to start. I'm going to go where to start. You have a couple of options. We have the Rice band member. Hello, Crystal. Welcome on in. We have Antonia as Star-Lord. We have Antonia as TedLasso. We have Antonia in space. And then we have Antonia as Boba Fett. Those are the options for y'all today. We're going to put up we'll do a 5-minute poll.
Hello there.
Hi, Spirals.
Hello there.
She okay? Yeah, she is.
Together,
Quoth the Raven!
the galaxy.
Quoth the Raven, thank you for the resub, Quoth. How the heck are you doing, Quoth the Raven? Welcome the heck in. Thank you for that ongoing support, my friend. How are you today? Spiritless, I am doing okay. I'm doing alright. It was, Little one was up super early. Little one was up very, very early. Jimmy! Thank you for the 100 biddies, Mr. Jimmy B. Seem to have a boat on your head. A cat boat? Uh-oh. Spiritless. I'm not sure about that. Hello, Humbler John. Hello, Humbler John. Welcome on in. Welcome on in. We do have a poll. We have a poll going right now behind of where to start. We had a couple of options. We have the Rice Band member. We have Antonia as Star-Lord. We have Antonia as TedLasso. We have a Space Antonia. And we have an Antonia as Boba Fett as well. Y'all can get those votes in of where we should start today. Look at its little feetsies! Look at its little feetsies! Imagine if I had an actual boat in my bed. I mean, spiritless. It's not out of the question. What kind of boat? Is a kid boat okay? Is like a toy boat alright? Or do you need to have the giant boat? Or then does the boat become your new bed? Right? Because then if it's a furry, look. It could be a fuzzy boat. It could be a furry boat. It could be a velvety boat too. I feel like velvet would be a good one as well. We are here. The weather's throwing out. Oh my goodness. Quaff. The weather is totally nerfing with me as well. One moment, like yesterday, it looked like it was going to destroy the world for a fair bit. There was just storm warning on storm warning on storm warning, Quaff. And then it just continues to keep getting, like, changing time. And because we were hoping to get out and go on an evening walk, and we kept putting it off, and then eventually there was a little bit of snow, or not snow, but crazy amount of rain, and it was just all kinds of madness that was happening. I don't know. And then today is absolutely pleasant, although it had been much hotter earlier. I don't know. There's been kind of craziness. Rastigo Mike, yeah, it's nothing actually bad happened though, which is great. Didn't get all the boom boom crashes. No, Quath. We actually, there was like one really loud bang of thunder. And beyond that, nothing. Hello, RPG Fanel. RPG, how are you doing today, my friend? Welcome the heck in. Love my bed to sway like a boat does. So I don't know if I would feel motion sick or not. Lady Lara Croft, I love going to the beach, and then when you feel when you lay down in the bed after you've been in the ocean all day, you can feel the waves moving you. So that's what it felt like. Like, I love that feeling. But then when you get deep, like on a boat, then I get a little like extra motion sick. I don't know. I need to move since it's very stressful. Any move, RPG fan, is stressful. I'm so sorry. Are you feeling any better? If my bed was a boat and it swayed, I would puke sometimes. Spiritless, what about a hammock? Chat, speaking of, make sure to follow our friend, the amazing, the breathtaking Debs, who's in the chat. Everyone go follow Debs. She's amazing. Absolutely breathtaking, chat. Lady Lara Croft, I was hoping to go outside and use the hammock today, but we have a hammock outside, Spiritless. It's not hooked up to like a tree or anything. Instead, it's just hooked up like two metal bars that go out like this, and you just lay in it, and it's very like taut, and that allows you to stay very stable. And it's important for me to be taut because if it curves in, my shoulders just get nerfed. And it ended up, I did rest in it like a little while ago. I can't remember when it was, how long ago I actually got some like rest in it, but I very much enjoy just hanging out in there. It's so nice. Feeling physically better every day. Still easily tired, but pretty much completely self-sufficient in most cases. Nice, RPG. Don't push yourself too hard, especially with like needing to do different, like especially with the move and whatnot. Cliffhouse McLean contributed 828 channel points for us to do Antonia's space.
Ah, you are wholesome as ferret. Yay!
There it is. Boop. Random block is my limiting right now. Just be careful. Hi, Smikes! Smikes, Cliff House from McLean was first today. Mon, hi, Mon. How are you doing, Mon? Welcome on in. Got pretty wicked here. My furry thunder buddy did okay until a really loud boom, and she was like, forget it. Quoth, I can't remember. Is this a cat or a dog? Mon, you are Gucci. Do they make those swinging chairs for babies? We have one, Lady Lara Croft, but the size is weird. Right? It used to be when I was a kid, it would go pretty high. And it would, like, I don't know, like up to here is how you can at least get it in terms of height. It's much smaller in terms of maximum height. But we have one downstairs, and sometimes she goes in there and she, like, you know, will move back and forth in it, and she, like, relaxes. She was not having it today. Gato, she acts like she's a little human. That's how Noodle is, Quoth. Can you use it when you come visit? The hammock you can use, Smikes. The baby swing, I would suggest not, because that would be less than ideal. It can't hold, like, a 2-year-old baby Alona, so I don't think it can hold a 22-year-old Smikes. Guys, if you're not checking out Everyday Gamer M, aka Mon, aka Monique, please go drop her a follow. Legendary game developer and artist extraordinaire. And she recently went to a very fancy pants concert. Chat. Go check out the lovely and amazing Mon. I love you, Mon. Love you, Mon. Mon, this is what won today for what character to do. What if there was a 22-year-old the size of a 2-year-old? So, there could be a Benjamin Button case, Spiritless. Could very well be a case of the Benjamin Button. However, the density of a 22-year-old is much more than the density of a 2-year-old, even if they're the same size. Because you're a 22-year-old bone mass, you have higher levels of calcium, and you're more developed in terms of, like, organs and musculature. So I'd imagine you would still weigh more. Smikes, your bones are far denser than Baby Alona, sir. They are far, far denser, right? They would Smikes, if they were not, I'd be concerned about your health. Because that would mean, like, you would trip and you would break everything. Please don't do that, sir. Especially oh, I'm excited, Mon. I'm very excited, Mon. I'm very excited, Mon. Baby looks like a gymnast. Let me see this gymnast, baby. We do not have that one, RPG fan. It is just a little swing, what we have. I'll draw it out for you, RPG, because I love your face so much, and I know you enjoy my silly drawing.
Together, we can rule the galaxy.
Melissa with all the numbers, ma'am. Thank you for the resub, Melissa. Melissa, we just had a baby. Melissa, we just had a baby.
Gucci.
Melissa, what are we calling our baby? We're calling the baby Jimmy? Alright, we can call the baby Jimmy. Chat, if you're not checking out Melissa with all the numbers, you're not doing life right. Melissa with all the numbers is a breathtaking, amazing gaming soul extraordinaire. Melissa.
Gucci.
Was gaming spooky games last night. Melissa. It's a very spooky game that you play. Melissa, how are you doing? How's Jay? How's Jay doing, Melissa? Tell me all the things. Thank you for that resub. I appreciate the heck out of you, Melissa. Love the Jolly Jumper as a child.
96 ain't 'em they is how you say hero.
Favorite thing ever. I never had one RPG. I don't think any of us had one. This is the item that we have. It's like a doublet like this, and then
Gucci.
there's a little swing, and then it goes back and forth. And then, there's like the other set of bars here. And just whee! Learning a song guitar for a friend's birthday. Jay is good. He keeps supplying me with a bunch of... Is Jay near you, Melissa? Is Jay supplying you with candy currently? Did you make a taco character? No, that's a swing. But I can see there being a taco there. Not a moment, no? No, we're not following that one. Not that one, Spiritless. We're not going on that front. Melissa, I'm not appreciative that they're not there. You will not be able to play on the monkey bars alone in this. Why? Because of my shoulders? Well, I can get near it, Smikes, right? I can get near the monkey bars. Let's not make a baby taco. Listen, RPG, a baby taco is simply a taco for ants. And RPG, I know how much you enjoy and appreciate ants. RPG Fandle. How's baby? Melissa, she was up at like 6 this morning. And Lita was not feeling well, so I took her. And because usually if she wakes up like between 5 and 6, if she eats again, she falls back asleep. She did not do that this morning, Melissa. She ate, and then she was smiling and chuckling and laughing. And so we watched the second half of Black Adam. We then watched Newcastle demolish Tottenham. We then went on a walk. We then watched the FA Cup semifinal with Brighton and Man United. We then went outside and just hung out, and she ate. And then Lita took her to her mom's, and so then I did some yard work, and I did a piece, an emote commission for Risto, and now we're here. Laughing because she was having so much fun keeping mom and dad awake. Volcano Doc, you are not wrong. Hello, Goganak! And hello, Volcano Doc. Folks, if you don't already follow Volcano Doc, Professor of Volcanology, you're not doing life right. We love Volcano Doc. Please check out the legendary Volcano Doc. Wait, the cat wrote about baby laughing and staying up. That makes sense. That makes absolute sense, Volcano Doc. Yeah. I didn't enjoy Black Adam. Same here, RPG fan. Same here. I really wanted to like it more. The second half of it was better. But the first half was just... I just didn't care about it. Just didn't really care about it. My body decided to wake me up at 6:02. Not fun. Did you stay in bed, though, Melissa, and go back to sleep? My body did not decide to wake me up at 6 a.m. Thank you, Debs, for the lurk. So, Bit Gaming. If you like a silly action movie that's trying a little hard, but is still amusing, and this is the piece that we're working on today, a Space Antonia. Because, of course, we have to have a Space Antonia. That is a Thuggy Bar. Sam, she did our theme song. There is a SciAnts theme song, Sam the Scald. And it is it plays at the beginning of every stream, and it's also redeemable to just stop everything and play the theme song. The ants, so Quaff. So here they are. There's the fungus, wah, behind me. And the fungus is shrinking in size still. So again, remember we thought the queen had died. And so that is my suspicion. That's what has happened. And so the fungus is just shrinking. The cutters are still going back and forth and cutting leaves and bringing them into the nest. So they're still working, but I suspect we've lost our queen. Yeah, Sam, it was... Unfortunately, the colony was like 1.5 to 2 years old, rough estimate. And early in life, they just, their survival ratios are not great. They usually live, if they make it past the first 5 years, they'll live 20 to 30 years. So they can live a huge amount of time. But they can't live...
Where's my drink?
If you don't make it past that initial one. It's that initial phase you need to get past. Also, thank you for the hydrate. I've already contacted someone about potentially getting a new colony. They're not ready yet, so we're on a wait list, but hopefully we'll still get some new ants coming on in here. But yeah, there is unfortunately a loss of that colony for now. We'll see. Introducing you. So Sam, on these, the way that these animals recognize nest mates and non-nest mates is through smell. And if you give them non-nest mates that smell different, even a new queen, they'll attack and take them out. So we cannot introduce a new queen. The only way you'd be able to do is if it was from the same collection site at the same time. Then they might be genetically similar enough where they'll be accepted. But given that time has elapsed between, there'd be no luck to be able to do that. Hi, Zen. How you doing, Zen's house? Yes, Zen, you heard it right. You're breathtaking. You're amazing. You're very kind. And you're very handsome, Zen. Zen, I hope you and Sanji are doing very well. Zen, we're working on a space Antonia. Which I feel like Zen was probably long overdue. Because it's very science-y. And we haven't had a space Antonia. It's okay, Sam. It's okay. I was actually very upset the day of. Because I just walked past and I saw them moving the body. And I was like, oh my god. But I had our baby in my arm, so I couldn't just snatch her up and put her into an ethanol jar to just like preserve her. And when I came back later in the day, when I had, you know, given the little one to Lita, I couldn't find the body. So she's, you know, either been eaten or she's been just decomposing somewhere randomly. Yeah, Zen at it was wild. Art by Liz. Thank you for the follow. Welcome into the colony. Yeah, Zen, I looked at him and I saw the queen being carried away. I'm not sure what triggered it. I did take a look at the queen through the chamber to double check and see how she looked, because if there is like a fungal infection, you'll see different colors on her body, and I didn't see any of that. So I don't think it was any kind of infection. I think she just didn't make it, unfortunately. But not entirely sure why. Is this identification purely genetic, or are there also other factors? So you mean, Cliff, how the nestmates identify each other? It is sad, then. Okay, so Cliff, it's a weird combination of things. So the reason I say it's a combination, Cliff. Sanji sleeping on the couch? Excellent. Glad to hear it, Zen. That's the most important Zen's house. Zen, I cry if you don't do well. You're tired, though? Me too, Zen. 6 a.m. this morning with the little one. And so I didn't get my nap. So, Cliff, if you have 2 ant colonies, these will each smell different. So we'll do that kind of smell on one and that kind of smell on the other. Now, if because of those different smells, if you introduce them to one another, then there will be a war, and then one of them will end up dying, presumably. One of them or not. A mitten. What kind of mittens? And thank you, Golganak. Golganak, we'll try to get another one. I can't tell you when that'll be, Golganak, because it's dependent on season and if people have them or not. But oh, the blue fairy. It does kind of look like a nice mitten, Zen. Thank you, Zen. If it were genetic, Cliff, if you had one of these babies and one of these babies, and we switch them, then you would predict, hi NMD, then you would predict that there, good point, NMD. We didn't do the prediction on how many arts we will finish today. NMD, thank you so much for that reminder. Hold on. How many arts will we finish? You get to Begambo channel points. There we go. There's the, thank you, NMD, for that reminder. So, Cliff, if we move the red one into this colony and the black ant into the red colony, if it were all genetic, when they hatched, you would predict that this would still smell as it should from its originator colony, and this should still smell the same. But that's not the case, Cliff. These ants... Hi, JP! Welcome, JP, the one legit... Oh, the JP says the woodworking has arrived. How you doing, JP? JP, I saw you had no clue what you were doing either today or yesterday, was what your stream description said. But when I was in there, JP, it looked very much like you knew exactly what you were doing. Chat, go follow the one, the legendary JP Sunset Woodworking. Love you, JP. JP, we're talking about some ant biology for Cliff. So, Cliff...
Together, we can move the galaxy.
Also, this keeps showing up. You're welcome to ignore it. Never, Zen. Zen, thank you for that resub. A tier 3 for 16 months. Zen, you are the second 16-monther today. You and Big Gamey. Thank you so very much, Zen, for that ongoing support. Love your face, my friend. Thank you. Got so many projects going on? JP, it's because you're a busy individual and you're very talented. That's what you do. That's what you do, JP. So what you'll actually have, Cliff, is this red egg will smell like Colony A, and the black egg will smell like Colony B. And so it's a combination of both genetic factors and environmental factors. Presumably epigenetics are at play here, because these individuals, when they hatch, will start producing the pheromones of the colony that they're in. And that's not species specific, because remember, we have our kidnapper ants that kidnap other species members and pull them into their own colonies, and those are not attacked, right? And so they're stolen as babies, and when those babies hatch, they acquire the odor of the kidnapper colony, and that makes it so they think they're part of the colony that kidnapped them. And if you introduce them back to their original nestmates, they'll attack because they smell different. Does that make sense, Cliff? JP, I have a third interview on Tuesday this week. JP, you got this, JP. JP, you got this, sir. You're breathtaking. JP, don't forget how amazing you are. Sir, you make wands. You do so many fancy, like, accoutrements with wood. You're also a financial wizard. You're also a philanthropist with kids. Come on, JP. You got this, JP. Hi, Kitty Cat Me. How you doing, Kitty Cat? Welcome on in. You have finished. How did it turn out, Kitty Cat? How did the dragon turn out? Welcome on the heck in. Cliff Foster McLean, let me know if that makes sense. Interestingly enough, Cliff, you can also alter, like, the production of pheromones is not a constant. If you isolate one of these ants, like let's say we pull out this ant from her colony and have her by herself, or with a small group of her friends, it really doesn't matter how you do the experiment. When you put them together, they'll still have this odor, but a few days later, that odor is gone. And they stop producing the odor. And that we don't know why that is. And so if you actually then put these back in the original colony, they get attacked. So it's not a permanent feature, which is also why it's plastic. Presumably there's epigenetics going on behind it. Whole new career field for Nielis. JP, I'm assuming you're excited. Philanthropist with kids makes it sound like a giveaway with children. No. He gives away knowledge. Gives away knowledge, Smikes. Can they actively control how they smell? Like a complex thing. They can't actively control it, Cliff. It's there must be, we don't fully understand, there must be some flavor of feedback mechanism where it tells them, like, because you're in this situation, like, keep producing this X kind of pheromone, and then when they leave a certain, like, feedback loop, and they stop producing that pheromone. And it's, again, like, it's not through solitary, being just all by yourself. Like, being by yourself or in a small group of individuals will do the same thing. And what's really weird, Cliff, if you isolate a bunch of ants and wait for those odors to fade and then put them back together, even if they're from different colonies, they'll adopt each other and they'll be fine with it. I'm not entirely sure why, Cliff. We don't fully understand. Kitty Cat, this looks cutie patootie. Very cutie patootie. Look at this dragon, y'all. Yo, Kitty Cat. I love how this turns out. Folks, go check out Kitty Cat Mew for these kinds of amazing crocheted little animals. Thank you so much for sharing, Kitty Cat. A caterpillar? We might need a caterpillar. Zan, we might possibly potentially need a caterpillar. But yeah, Cliff, it's very wild on that front. You like it? Awesome. I'm glad you got it, Golganak. Nervous and excited for the most part. Current employer has been good to me, so I feel like I'm letting them down, but the career field I'm looking at is something I'm honestly more interested in. Looking into cybersecurity compliance. JP, Don't at all think you're letting down your employer. If your employer is supportive of you, they'll want you to continue moving up and be happy. And so that's what you're doing. And I want you to follow your dreams, JP. Plus, you never know what it might lead to. One day there could be a JP store. A storefront of JP-ness even. You never know, JP. I remember there was an ant novel where the smell was portrayed as almost as a language. It is... So, Cliff, each caste of the colony has a unique odor, and that includes developmental stages. So, eggs, larvae, pupae smell different. The queen has unique pheromones, and then there's also the colony pheromone on top of that. So, if you add everything together, you know, like if on this particular ant... You know, there's like the colony identifier that says I'm part of colony B, and then there's another one that says I'm caste X, and then there could be a third odorant that says, you know, I'm a queen, and so there could be a lot of different factors like all at play just to identify who they are, and that's also how they would communicate threats and food sources, and so good and bad things all through these odorants. The new job will give me the opportunity to focus on my woodworking more than I can now. I get that, JP. That was one benefit of the new job for me as well when I shifted over, is that I could focus more on the SciAnts component, and that, you know, brings me joy. I like the petiole on the top left ant. Oh, thank you, Smikes. Yes, that was totally intentional right there. That connecting piece right there between the abdomen and the thorax. Right here, it was totally intentionally drawn out. Absolutely. I'm glad you like the Jefferson tuba, Golganak. Golganak, we got a couple more of the music stickers, and once we start getting low and running out, then we'll get a new batch of stickers of additional band members, and see who we want to be the next batch of stickers. Golganak, I don't know if you know this, there's a lot of band members.
SciArts. We had experimental science. We're curious, not judgmental. Always good vibes. When science on screen. Time to learn live with SciArts.
There's a lot of them. Love you, Big Gamey. Big Gamey. Love your face, Big Gamey. I saw that, Big Gamey. I love your face, Big Gamey. He doesn't know, Chad. He doesn't know how much we love him. But we really do love Big Gaming, Chad. JP Sunset Working caught the biggest fish in this stream. Oh. JP, I have never seen that. You have caught the biggest fish, JP. JP, congratulations for catching the heavy... Hats off to you, JP. No, JP, this is a sign. JP, this is a sign that you're gonna crush it at your interview on Tuesday. That's all I can say. Chat, if you like fish, also please follow our friend NMD96. She's on her partner Boosh. Please go drop her that follow. Please go drop her the follow right now. Right now, chat. Right now. We love NMD here. Co-working stream.
It is forsaken and forgiven, NMD. You can be, instead of our destroyer, our hero, NMD. Please help us as we conquer the universe.
Absolutely. No home in the petiole equal imposter ants. Yes. Exact. Cliff, you 100% are on point with why. Yeah, there's none there. That's why you know it's two different species. Look at that. Look at that. That was 100% intentional, Cliff Astor McLean. You conquer the universe. You will conquer the universe, NMD. I have no question of that, ma'am. I have absolutely no question. In fact, one time I questioned it, NMD. You know what happened? I tripped. It was not good, NMD. It was not good. A very, and it wasn't like a cute trip, NMD. It was like the unfortunate trip where it's like there's nothing cute about that. Speaking of tripping, Lita and I watched a movie last night, and it was called... It had this person in there that y'all probably know, Rebel Wilson. And it was a romantic comedy about romantic comedies. And it was actually quite cutie patootie. And how does that relate to tripping? One of the so it's this lady who doesn't believe in love, and she thinks romantic comedies are stupid, and then she ends up in a romantic comedy. And one of her arguments is that she, in romantic comedies, the one who's being wooed always trips, and then she becomes clumsy and tripping all the time when she's in the romantic comedy world. I'm not really selling this well, y'all, but it is quite cutie patootie. Again, I can't remember what it was called, but we did enjoy it. Watched 2 movies last night, one of which was Nope. Isn't that the scary movie, Smikes? What was the other one, Smikes, that you watched? The non-scary one. It was not scary. That sounds scary. Wolf of Wall Street is a great movie. Yes, isn't it romantic? 2019. Thank you, Cliff Alistair McLean. Thank you, Cliff Alistair McLean. How'd you like it, Cliff? Did you see it, Cliff? My goodness. Golganak has been nerfed. The Golganak, she's right. NMD's right. That we don't need. There's no sorries. I never thought I'd see the day that Golganak get nerfed. No monster movie. That's fair, Cliff. There are no. Well, I mean, I don't know, Cliff. There is a very rude gentleman in that movie who could be considered a monster. And you know, you don't want him to be a monster, but he kind of ends up being a monster, Cliff. It's very unfortunate. It's very, very unfortunate, Cliff. Zin, that was only the slightly angry Antonia. There is an angrier version, Zin. You get a 50-50 chance of which one, and you got the kind of angry. Like, you know, she's angry, but she's not, like, that angry. Which is okay, Zen. It's okay. Hi, Devro. Devro, how are you doing tonight? Chad, if you're not checking out Legendary Devro, go check him out. Game dev and gamer extraordinaire. It's great to see you, Devro. How has the rest of your day been? Saw you with the lovely Barty earlier today. Devro, we're working on a space Antonia today. Why, Devro? That's what the party people voted on. Working on your UI? How's it going, Devro? I hope it's going alright. Yeah, you can see above me, little space Antonia is who is on the menu for tonight. Cliff was very adamant. Cliff really, really wanted this one, so that's what we ended up going with. Because I wanted to make sure Cliff Alistair McLean had some happiness and joy in his heart. One time, Devro, we did not have happiness and joy in Cliff's heart. And then I was heartbroken, Devro. So we can't continue to do that. Not again, Devro. Not again. I'm glad. Slow but steady. At least it's moving, right? So it's a lovely day outside today. I hope y'all are having some nice weather as well. I know some of the friendos, like Skip, is still dealing with all the snow in the world, so I hope y'all have better than that. Is this Antonia going to the International Space Station? She should, right, Smikes? I feel like there's the potential to be able to go to some place like that. Where? I'm not sure, Smikes. Bursting out with fish because of that little Weddle Sea episode. Not exactly. Golganak, listen. Golganak, we tend to run off topic here. And Golganak, please continue running off topic with us. You know that. Yesterday, Golganak, we were chatting about elephant cells and the potential to use elephant biology as a potential treatment for cancer. So if you're talking about rabbit holes and like running around on different topics, yesterday was definitely not one of those. There we go. Message will not be nerfed. NMD, I think that was the very first Golganak nerfed message. NMD. Did it not trigger Smikes? Did rabbit hole trigger? It did. Okay, good. I just automatically did. I was like, where is it? Out here making history. Listen, NMD, that should be the story of your autobiography. I'm out here making history. The NMD story. Starring NMD 96. Written and produced by NMD 96. Starring Jessica Chastain. Actually, NMD, I have no idea who you would visualize for you, like, who would act as you. But for some reason, I'm visualizing Jessica Chastain. Or Emily Blunt. I don't know why, NMD, but you just have to roll with me on this one. Poor NMD's like, this was not in my contract. I have no idea what this is. Concerned it might be spammy? You would not be concerned about that, Golganak. It's a great question. I think it would be Jenny Slate. NMD, where would I have seen Jenny Slate? I have no idea who that is. Would I know Jenny Slate? Now I'm probably disappointing NMD chat. If I'm disappointing you. Yes, I have seen Parks and Rec, yes. I know there is Audrey Plaza.
Escuche.
Is Mona Lisa? Wait. Is that the brother, like the sister of the crazy guy? Hi, Smorf. How you doing, Smorf? Walk on in. Is that the sister of the crazy guy? Yeah, Jean Ralphio. Yes, yes. Okay. I can see that, NMD. I can see that. I can see that. Doing alright, Smorf. Doing okay. I'm glad. I hope you're feeling better today, Smorf. Actress could play a good NMD, I think. Are they actually relatives, NMD? Her and the Jean Ralphio character? Because they look very similar. And I was like, if they're not relatives, then they are perfectly cast. You know? Because they come across as very, very similar looking. Smorf, we're working on a space Antonia today, Smorphosaurus. She's an astronaut today.
Gucci, baby!
It's pretty Gucci. Smorf, we also need to do other science jobs at some point. Like, we need to make, like, a volcano doc. Antonia, like, what would a volcanologist look like? That was Risto or
Escuche.
It was Risto or Skip. I think that one was Risto's Mike's. But I shouldn't get them confused of the audio, but I do sometimes. Volcano Knock, that is a little scary. That poor volcano is so sad there, Volcano Doc. I think, because he blew his top? Possibly? Tinfoil suits that I'm sure not made out of tinfoil. Yes, exactly. Give the ant pointy ears for volcanology. Smorf? Well done, Smorf. Well done. Now, Smorf, do I have to do the same... Smorf, do we have to do the same thing if I make, like, an elf? Like, if, like, we do a Lord of the Rings something, Smorf? Is that by definition do we have to have... Because none of the Antonios, Smorf, have ears. Of any kind. There are no ears in the Antonia universe. So I just want to make sure, Smorf, that we're not violating a doctrine of the Antonias. Elf is not a profession, but Smikes, neither is being a Vulcan. A volcanologist is, but an eerie situation, the Smorf. Volcano Dog's like, I was with you on the first one. We're done with it now. No, absolutely not. Volcano Dog, how's the puppers today, Volcano Dog? Did you take him out on a stroll today? When I go on walks with the little one, sometimes I see families or like a mom or a grandma or something pushing a child in a stroller. And sometimes it's not a child. Sometimes it's a cat or a dog. More tired than usual, but he loved the farmer's market and the stroller. Yet that's what I ask Volcano Doc. I've been seeing pets and strollers. And I'm like, this reminds me of Volcano Doc right here. We could have Red River hog onologist Antonia with hairy ears. So you mean Cliff, an Antonia whose sole job it is to study Red River hogs and their biology, and therefore she's dressed as a Red River hogologist. I think that's what you're getting at, Cliff. He likes the smells and the kids petting him. We always share our lunch. Yesterday it was duck tacos. That sounds delicious, Volcano Doc. Can I ask, Volcano Doc, is there like some kind of seasoning that you have on there as well? I probably doesn't even need it. That sounds delicious. Camouflage, indeed, Cliff. I got you, Cliff. Crystal, indeed. The lovely Kevin Danson. Crystal, like Kevin, I tell you, he loves to dance. You'd think that he would get tired, Crystal, but he never gets tired. He just keeps dancing and dancing and dancing. River Golganak, did you see the red... My goodness. Did you see the Red River Hog character? Look at its little feetsies! Look at its little feetsies! Indeed, Crystal. Did you see the Red River Hog character that we made? Golganak? We just made one recently. A brand new SciCom character. This was for Smikes. Golganak, Smikes really wanted a Red River Hog. And, but he didn't have the channel points for it. So Alex Vixen redeemed for him a Red River Hog SciCom character. It was from a food vendor. It was duck bits fried up. Apple and strawberry. Ooh. Sauerkraut. No. That does not sound strange at all. That sounds absolutely delicious. In fact, Volcano Doc, if you have a picture of that, please to share so I can just, by osmosis, have a good time with it. Hi, G Crafts. Welcome in. Yeah, so Golganak, this is the 2D version. I haven't yet. Well, I've gotten started on the 3D version. Next week? Okay. That's okay, Volcano Doc. I've started on the 3D version. Golganak. It's not yet. There's a couple of in progress shots on the Discord. But yeah, this is the 2D one. It's listen, Golganak, Smikes was so sad that he did not have the necessary channel points in order to actually to get the redemption, and he really it was like an emergency character, Golganak. And Alex Fixing just comes out of nowhere and is like, fine, it's 100,000 channel points, and so we made it. It's not lying, Smikes. I just want you to be happy, Smikes. I want you to have some joy in your life with the characters, because Golganak, I just, you gotta make sure the mods are very, very happy, because I don't like it when the mods are upset, and I just try to give and make Smikes just have so much happy. The ear tufts, Golganak, you absolutely need. We all need joy. Peter, welcome in. Peter, you bring us joy. How about that, Peter? How you doing, Peter, by the way? Good to see you. Speaking of joy, folks, make sure to follow our lovely and amazing friend Cricket. One of the best laughs on Twitch. Go check out the lovely Miss Cricket. If you make her laugh, it is contagious and you will continue to laugh. And I think laughter is always the best medicine. So go check out the lovely Cricket. Doing fine, just playing games and relaxing from life with SRT and stuff. Nice. Peter, I did enjoy I had some wild plans for relaxation. Did not end up coming to fruition. How far is the scarab beetle? Volcano Dock. I can show you. So there are updates on the Discord that I'll pull up for you. Pretty sure. I have not posted any. So the Scarab Beetle is coming along. Now, Volcano Dock, he's done for the band. So see, he's back here. So he's playing the bassoon. He's playing the bassoon, Volcano Dock. And then the 3D one, I've started futzing with the design for him, like the 3D modeling. I just haven't yet put any texture or color on him. But he is coming along. Art and stuff, I'm getting a bit bored. I feel that, Peter. Hi, Detector! Welcome in, Detector. How you doing, Detector? It's funny because a beetle can never play a bassoon. Not with that attitude, Smikes. Volcano Doc, you tell us. You requested the beetle. Does it make sense that the beetle has a bassoon? Or is that just absolute nonsense? Good to see the band, the Detector. There's so many band characters. Today, we had an option of doing another one, but chat voted and chat wanted a space Antonia. So we're doing her in a space suit. And we'll probably do another one as well. Seems all. Thank you, Volcano. See, Volcano Doc. Look, Smikes, Volcano Doc requested it, so it adds up. She's like, you know what? This is fine. I can see this happening. We're all set on this. And so it's excellent, even. Volcano Doc, I just want to bring joy. The hedge. Oh, thank you, Volcano. Hi, Blueberry.
Hello there.
How you doing, Blueberry? Welcome on in. Blueberry, we're doing a space Antonia today. I think she's coming out okay so far. Tired but content? I am also tired. But I'm having, Blueberry, the Sunday scaries. The Sunday scaries are hitting me, Blueberry. Might get myself busy by animating stuff. What are you going to animate, Peter? I don't know, Peter, if I'll animate anything tonight. I had no plans on animating the space character, although we might do something down the line. That's always something I've been thinking about, is going back and animating some stuff that we've already made. But we'll see. We'll see. I might have to redo some of them to do it. Actually, something simple. Nice. I feel as the Sunday scariest to AG. I know we shouldn't. But I really want another, like give me, like, 2 or 3 weekends, just, like, clumps together, you know? It is Smikes. It is. Smikes, when I've been making new files, everything is actually at a higher res than 300 DPI. Smikes, the new files are at 1200 DPI. They're at 1200. At least that is what my document says. That they're at 1200 DPI. That's a lot, but you can always scale down. We just can't scale up. That's the catch with that. And then I hope to have a new Antonia for y'all for Wednesday. I'll give y'all a hint as to what it might be. It's a cinematic masterpiece, Antonia. Look, Smikes, if we could get these Antonias on the side of trucks, I'm totally game for it if you are, sir. Really busy period. I feel quite unmotivated, so the sun just carry. Yeah, AG, it's not as bad as like my last job. I was terrified. I was like, on Sundays, I would be rushing to relax, and I'm like, if I don't relax hard enough, I am going to just like I'm just gonna break and just not be able to do anything. Which then, of course, makes it worse, because if you're rushing to relax and you're stressed about not relaxing hard enough, then by definition, you're not actually going to be relaxing. You're just going to be stressed. It was not good. Mummy Antonia, yes. Lady Lara Croft knows what it's coming. There will be an Antonia Jar Jar Smikes, without question. Star Wars month is coming on us, folks. The month of May, on SciArt Sundays, there will all be Star Wars themed characters. Yeah.
Okay.
NMD is lovely. Not sure if I want Antonia seeing as their you company.
Are
maybe,
wholesome
then.
as ferret. Yay!
Imagine you're just doing a lot of work and your body just breaks and you just sit in bed. See, Peter, that then stresses me out even further. Because then it's just like, well, there's no winning then, Peter. And there's just always something. There's always something. Jeff would probably make an exceptional Jar Jar Binks, though. That is possible, Smikes. That is possible. Give me 1 second, y'all. Okay, that's what I thought. Looked at my reference real quick, and I mixed the wrong color. That makes more sense. So I was like, why is there a split point here? That's why I did it. If you had already started Antonia, I know what you would probably have. I mean, I don't know, Smikes, I'm with Smorf on this. A Jabba the Hutt Jeffrey seems like it would make sense. But we will have a Darth Maul something or another. We'll have a bunch of little random characters. Don't worry, Smikes. There will be a Kevin something for Star Wars. But I'm not gonna not have your Jar Jar Antonia. Don't worry. You and Gwen have been asking for that one for a while, Smikes. A Kev Baka. Ooh. Blueberry. Kev Baka would be good as well. Kevin should be a Sarlacc pit. Or did you want him in a Sarlacc pit, Smikes? In a Sarlacc pit or an actual Sarlacc pit? Species. There's a lot of species. Smorf. Kit Fistos? Oh, that is a good species. Oh, yes, Smorf. Yes. Smikes, Smorphosaurus is 100% right. If Kevin could be one of Kit Fisto's species, because Kit Fisto has these really long strands of hair. I do not remember what they're called, Smorf. More Sarlacc, please. Tactics. We'll do some special Star Wars items. Jeffrey and I would get along. Volcanodoc, I love that. That Volcanodoc was because of Science Cocktail Hour. So we used to have, it's on the Discord, but there was an Antonia with a glass of wine, and there was a Jeffrey too, but I changed all the bit tiers to other SciCom characters, but we left Jeffrey having a wine. Natolan. Thank you, Golganak. A bougie wine lady. Listen, Volcanodoc. I had no question that you'd be fancy. Because you, ma'am,
Bullet the science guy. Bullet the science guy.
Science rules.
Bullet the science guy.
SciAnts is a partner on Twitch. With lovely wife Lita.
Bullet the science guy.
Thank you, AG. AG. Was that your first time seeing that, AG? That was made by our friend Celestial Beanart. And, yeah, she's quite incredible, right? Yeah, Music Girl is pretty good. Listen, Volcanodoc, I cannot see you having boxed wine, for example. And that's nothing against boxed wine, Volcanodoc. I just feel like, ma'am, you are very fancy and classy, and so Mr. Volcano would know better than to come home with a glass of boxed wine. You know, it's fancy. It was amazing. AG, we got a couple of good redeems. There is a community challenge right now for to redeem the full and play the full brand new SciAnts music video. And that, when you see, that'll be really, really cool. You have to go to a tasting at TwitchCon, Volcanodoc. You will be so disappointed. You'll be like telling me about letting the wine breathe and like all this fancy stuff, and I'll be like, this tastes red. Oh, Volcanodoc, as long as you have patience on teaching me, then it'll be all right, Volcanodoc. But you know, I worry that I'm just gonna disappoint you. The only thing I know about these kinds of beverage items is from Lita, and that's because she used to be a bartender. And so that's how I learned about these things. This has notes of wine. Went to a fancy dinner party. They had bougie boxed wine because it's more environmentally friendly. It was French. It's actually very well made. It's not all boxed wine is made equal, my friends. AG. Nothing wrong with boxed wine. However, there is an inherent bias against it. And so if you're getting into the winery business, I would only switch over to boxed wine for environmental friendliness after you've established your name as being amazing. And that's just my business advice. Lita mocktail, listen, NMD, Lita makes very good mocktails because her whole shtick is that a lot of people who want a mocktail will order nothing because the mocktails are just juice and water. And so she always puts like these unique flavor combinations in there to make them something fun and exciting so that you're not disappointed in the fact that you're having a mocktail. I don't know anything about it. NMD, when she makes these things, she usually will be experimenting in the kitchen, and then she'll bring it over to me and she's like, taste this. I'm like, yeah, it tastes fine. And she's like, but do you like get the hint of so and so in there? Like, she's like, do you like the bitters? Do you get the bitters in there? I'm like, honey, I don't know what bitters are. So that's that weird, like the flavor profile there. I'm like, what flavor profile? And so I'm just, yeah, I'm 100% as Volcano Doc said. No, it has notes of wine. Yes. Oh. I know, NMD. I know. Less than ideal NMD, but I try NMD. Try. I just don't trust me to mix anything and make any fancy beverage items. No Volcano Doc. Lavender? Lilac? These grapes are very delicate. They were harvested about 3 weeks before maturation. I suspect that this is an amateur winologist. But actually, Volcano Doc, you are very fancy, man. In the best of ways, fancy. I'll just go bland tasting. NMD. There's nothing wrong in going bland. Sometimes NMD, the best tasting item is bland. It's true. Yes, this one has notes of grapes. And you can tell Golganak because of the music that's echoing from it. Can you make wine? Yes. So actually, Smikes, there is a farm in Georgia called Lane Farm. So it's a peach farm. And they have blueberry wine and peach wine on site. It's a little sweet for my taste, but it is quite tasty. My favorite wine, AG? I don't actually know. There's one that I really, really like that is near impossible to get. It's called Tokaj. I can show you. It's a Hungarian dessert wine. And we found some for sale in New Hampshire because they have these giant liquor stores. And it was... The price is not one that I would ever go on that front. So here you can see there's the Hungarian coat of arms. Oh. Hungarian coat of arms up here. And then here is the actual bottle. And you want to go, it's this Butyanosh. You want to go for 5. 5's the best one. Sips on a very tasty Rango Riesling. Oh, Rieslings are quite good, Cliff. Lita likes dry Rieslings. State-run liquor stores, most on the highway. Yes, in New Hampshire. That is terrifying, actually. Of why on earth they have that on the highways. Yeah, this one is the 5. The 5 one is the one you want to go to. Hi, Arjun! Welcome in. How you doing, Arjun? A kill for a good goulash. AG, I make a mean goulash. It's very difficult to make vegetarian, which is what Lita prefers, obviously, because she is vegetarian. Here is the wine if anyone's interested in. Arjun! I know, I'm so sorry. It's blend. Get the words right. Make a mean goulash too. Are you Hungarian, AG? In Texas, I have heard that they have drive-through liquor stores. It might just be a tall tale. They have ones, not drive-throughs in New Hampshire, but like you drive up and then like they load you in and then you go and you drive off. So you're still driving. What did you say, Blueberry? I have a joke for you. A biologist and a winologist walk into a bar after they get their drinks. The winologist says, waiter, there's a fly on my drink. The biologist replies, I'll get that for you. Because it is a fruit flyologist. Right, Blueberry? Because the fruit flies go into the wine. Actually, Blueberry, if that does happen, it's more than likely that animal has seen a parasitic wasp. Because it turns out that if fruit flies see a parasitic wasp, they're likely to seek out higher levels of alcohol. Which is kind of cool, I think. Romanian heritage from Transylvania, so heavy Hungarian influence in cuisine. But don't say it to... Oh, I know, AG. I know. AG, there's a lot of laws in that area preventing the dissemination even of Hungarian culture. There's some laws in that area now that are like, you can't teach Hungarian in primary schools even if that's 98% of that population. It's a very sad situation. I am AG, yep. That's that's one. Bulent, that's that name, is Hungarian. Both my parents, I speak Hungarian, cook Hungarian, all the things. They drunk due to infected stabby, but I don't know what that means, Blueberry. But what they do is they lay the eggs on higher concentrations of alcohol because the parasites have a low tolerance to alcohol, and that means they stay away. They'll be less likely to be infected. So that's how they protect their offspring. Blueberry, if that makes sense. And Smike says for Ohio, 30 states permitting drive-through liquor stores and convenience stores. Customers drive through the establishment park, provide the employer with their order. Oh, that happens unfortunately in New Jersey too. And the reason I say unfortunately is because the reason we learned about it was of Lita's mom, who was not supposed to be having any alcoholic beverages due to the Alzheimer's medication. But yeah. Stabby-butted evil bees. So these stabby-butted evil bees, Blueberry, cannot sting you. They do not have the ability to sting through the human skin. They can sting through a larva, but never through like a human body. So they are no threat to you. So like I work with them for over 10 years. You know, you cannot be stung by them. Now, if I was working with real wasps, in the sense of the ones that can sting you, that would be very unfortunate. And yes, Blueberry, Smikes is right. The wasps are also pollinators. So they are, if you actually rid the world of wasps, it would actually be very bad. The world would probably not end well, Blueberry, to say the least. Hi, V! V, hello again. Welcome back, V Game Is. Blend the science guy. V, you want to see that again? I'll give you a free one.
Bullet the science guy.
The science guy. Bullet,
Bullet the science guy.
Science rules.
Bullet the science guy.
SciAnts is a partner on Twitch. With lovely wife Lita.
Bullet the science guy.
What do you think, V? We had 2 wasps at our church today, and the guy who was hero, Smike, she hasn't seen it. She's not yet seen it, Smikes. Oh. We had 2 wasps at our church, and the guy who helped didn't kill them. He just ushered them out, so he saved 2. Nice. That's awesome, Qua. But also, like, then you're worried about where the wasp is going to be hanging out. I mean, Quav, same thing here. Lita likes us to be very careful with our wasp friends, but they make me very nervous, as it will. I like their 1984 model Winged Assassins. Wasp? Hi, Lev. How you doing, Lev? Welcome in. Came by to say hi. Hello, hello. As messed up how diverse they are, my grandmother is very Hungarian, part of Transylvania. Culture is very much alive, but overall it's quite bad with the attendance. Yes, exactly, AG. It's very unfortunate. Good, how's everyone? We're doing all right, Lev. We're doing a SciArt Sunday, and we're working on a space Antonia, and I'm kind of digging how she looks. I'll zoom out and show you. I think she's gonna be okay. I think she's gonna turn out all right. And it was this one I had made a while ago, actually. It was for an art challenge for our friend Jomio. And it was his spaceman art in his style for his spaceman. And I just ran out of time to do the art challenge, so this is as far as I got. And I wanted to do like the colors and everything, and then I just ran out of time, and so then I'm doing it like this. Just about to drop my face on the pillow. It's 1 a.m. here. Please, Lev, get some sleep. Lev, thank you for saying hi, but please don't stay up on our account, my friend. I want to make sure you get some good sleep. Try not to want the wasps around the house, but we don't want like to kill them and get the natural smells they don't like to determine. Yeah. Quoth, also, if you do squish them, it releases alarm pheromones that actually recruits other individuals to the site. And Lev, thank you for telling us to have fun. Lev, we try to have fun here. We try to have fun, Lev. Of tree fruit wasps? Yeah, certain species of wasp are big onto tree fruit. Also, the parasitic wasps tend also to be pollinators. The males more than anything, because they'll drink nectar, and so they'll go to particular sites and actually have sips of nectar from flowers and whatnot. And it's kind of cool that they're able to do that. At least I think so, anyway. So again, there's like, it's one of those very unique ecological situations where if you start wiping out the animals, it'll actually just destroy like entire ecosystems. There's just a lot to be careful for. You know what I know is harmless but scares the living daylights out of cicada eaters? Quoth, you mean like the big cicadas that go wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. You know what was responsible for colony collapsing among bees? There's a fungus, Mikes, that's killing them, in addition to a virus. Two things actually nerfing. NMD Milastic. Two things are killing them: the fungus and a virus. And they seem to have no natural defenses against it, so they're trying to inoculate folks against them. But it's proven to be much more difficult than originally hypothesized, unfortunately. You want to eat cicadas that look like freaking... Oh, yes, those are quite terrifying. Those are quite terrifying, Quoth. Yes, Mike, there's the fungus is a big one, but there's also a virus. It's similar to in fruit flies, it's called black pupil disease. So it's the pupil case. It turns black, so the cocoon, from this virus. And it's weird, even in fruit flies, we don't actually know the mechanism by which it works. And there's nothing known in fruit flies either of how to fix it. And so you're just kind of left wondering like what to do. Like if your colony gets it in a lab, that whole vial is near dead. Bees were fairly doomed? Probably. How's the baby doing? She is doing well, AG. She was a little naughty this morning because she had been sleeping in a little bit better. And then this morning she decided to get up at 6. And Lita wasn't feeling well. Because sometimes if she gets up at 6 and one of us feed her, she falls back asleep. Lita wasn't feeling well, so she asked me to take the little one. And then I fed her, and she was not at all going back to sleep this morning. So we hung out for most of the day. She was just laughing and having a good time. Like, all right, little one. Wondering about the environmental immune compromise in the bees. Is that a factor? What do you mean, Golganek? Boyfriend told me they're harmless, and I'm sure there are, but they're scary looking. Yeah, Quaff, listen, if someone told me that they're harmless, even though I'm like, I can rationally probably tell you they are, I still would not willingly get near them and touch them, because they are a smidge terrifying. They're a smidge terrifying. But yeah, AG, we were up, and so we watched the second half of Black Adam. We then watched a bunch of Premier League soccer. We then watched the FA Cup semifinals with Man United and oh my goodness, why am I blanking? Man U and Brighton. And then we went on a nice walk. We also did we sat outside and we ate. We did all the things. The Bumbles out. I'm so excited. I love my Bumbles. They are super, super cutie patootie. Way too much soccer, at least with football. It's easy to keep track. But yeah, Smikes, I can watch 3 soccer games in the span of one of your football games. Right? So, Smikes, that's a good thing. Like, there's more game time that I can enjoy. Not if I recorded. That's fair, Smikes. That's very fair. Factors such as pollution, broad spectrum disease. Oh, gotcha, Golganex. You're asking if those are also lowering the immune response. What factors? So you can prime their immune response, Golganek, but there is one big issue is just how the immune response of bees differ from mammals. Insects in general, Golganek, don't have an adaptive immune response, meaning that they can't, there's no antibodies, there's no T cells, there's no B cells. All they have is the innate immune response. So like macrophages and phagocytosis, which is the consumption of large foreign cells within the body. And so they just kind of have to make do with that. Now there is evidence, Golganek, that you can prime that immune response, which is kind of weird because immune priming is very similar to the concept of an adaptive immune response, but it's more that just some of these genes get upregulated, being turned up higher, and there's just more of them around, and so it kind of gets you ready. But if you have an immune activated bee in the colony, unless there's an immune response happening, she might be considered as sick, and then she'll just be like kicked out of the colony. So there's not a good match for what to do with the bee, if it makes sense. Like, there's a lot of internal biology, and another factor that's difficult, Golganek, is working with bees. So like, if you try to make a genetic mutant of a bee, you'd want to have a colony that's all that kind of, you know, mutants, so that you can use it for experiments. But the bees can somehow detect if they are inbred, and they'll start killing each other. Or they'll kill the inbred queen and make a new queen. So there's just something about the bees' innate biology that makes them really not like essentially being good lab organisms. Teaching people about real exactly AG. We watch our games. We have fun. Like I said, she saw Newcastle thromp Spurs this morning. She was really funny because she looked like she was leaning forward and watching. I know she wasn't, but I had a chuckle about it. Yeah, that's right. Let's go. But yeah, Golganek, they are a pain in the butt to work with. They just cause there's just a lot of difficulties when working with these creatures. For bees, I mean. Lita's worked with them, and she has like some examples. Like, she'll tell me about how hard it was to do certain behaviors on them and tests, just because, again, they would just die left, right, and center, or just start killing each other. And then on top of that, there's the insect immune response that makes it difficult to catch as well. Smikes, you've been catching a lot from the jump game today. Nice job, Smikes. Pain in the behind. Nicely done, Smikes.
Hoochie and the Hoochie Mama.
It's one of the best Gucci's right there. Hi, Kai. Welcome in. Welcome in, Kai. Oh, you beehive. Oh, just. Of course, Golganak. Golganak, there's a whole deep dive there that we can go into of why those animals, like bees, are difficult to work with. Like, but they're very important, Golganak. So it's like, it's not like we really get the option of if we want to work with them or not. It's like you have to work with them because you have to figure out. There's a couple of things right now, Golganak. One is that they get to be Africanized. Africanized honeybees are far more aggressive. We do, it's poggers, but Blueberry, you have to be subscribed to trigger it. So Golganak, like Africanized honeybees, or as the name suggests, the African strain comes in and it breeds with the European strain. Now the European strain is what we have here in the United States, and those are the bees that produce far more honey. As soon as a colony gets Africanized, the honey production goes down significantly, and they become far more aggressive. And so that's one thing that researchers have been trying to figure out is how that happens and if they can be reverted in any way. It seems what's crazy is that for the if the population of the nest is 5% Africanized, it will behave as an entirely Africanized hive. So it seems like very little genetic influence will make these creatures behave as if they are fully Africanized. And that's kind of wild to me, Golganak. And again, it's something that we don't fully understand, but that eventually we should try to. Are killer bees colloquials for Africanized? I don't know what killer bees are. Hold on, let's look it up. Yes. It seems like killer bees are in fact Africanized bees. I don't know if I've heard the phrase killer bee, Smikes. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. They are very, very aggressive. And they should you should like, apparently if you get near them, you'll know because they just go wild.
It's a story still trending on KHOU.com today. Tens of thousands of Africanized bees causing a major concern with homeowners in a River Oaks neighborhood.
Lots of you responded to our story yesterday asking, so how do you know when a bee has become Africanized and therefore is a lot more dangerous?
Well, Marcelino Benito has the answer.
The killer bees. No, not those. But these are the types of bees one expert says have swarmed into several colonies in River Oaks. Africanized killer bees are typically smaller than the average European bee, but far more dangerous. And here's why. For starters, they attack in larger numbers and for longer periods of time. The River Oaks victim was stung more than 40 times. Victims, though, can be stung hundreds or even thousands of times.
They called them that when I was in Texas, the killer Africanized bees. Gotcha. And that's what the honey badgers deal with the Africanized bees. 5% holy cow. They knew Africanized bees were a thing, but only 5%. Yeah, and so Golganak, it's apparently a very big thing to be careful with beekeepers and making sure that they don't get their colonies Africanized. Never heard of Africanized, only killer bees. See, I've only heard of the Africanized, and I think that might be because of Lita. That's when I first started learning about like Africanized honeybees and that them being a thing. I guess, Smikes, as a kid, I just thought all bees were killer bees because I was scared of them, because if they come up and sting me, then what do? You know that I'll just scream and run away. And so I really much did not like bees.
Experts say these bees are extremely aggressive, a lot more than your average honeybee when it comes to defending their colony. So what do you do if you're attacked? One word: run.
Run, Forrest, run!
And try to find an enclosed shelter like a car. You have to find cover. If you can't, Keep running because these bees will chase you, sometimes as far as half a mile. And never ever kill an attacking bee. Doing that will only make things worse. Killing a bee releases a scent that only attracts even more bees from the colony. As for the woman who was attacked here in River Oaks, her family tells us she is doing fine after being stung more than 40 times and taken to a local emergency room. Her family tells us she usually made this walk in the neighborhood with her 1-year-old infant. Had that happened, they fear this could have been far worse. We're reporting from River Oaks. I'm Marcelino Benito, KHOU 11 News.
That is a lot of stuff. Epoch! Hello, Epoch. Epoch, how are you doing today? Epoch, we're rabbit holing a little bit on Africanized honeybees. But chat, make sure to follow our amazing friend Epoch, who is an artist extraordinaire. Epoch, how are you doing today? Slightly. Ever so slightly, Smikes. Ever so slightly. Or Volcano Doc. Oh my goodness. Volcano Doc redeemed derailed. Volcano Doc, man, it's craziness. Good. Set of the new 3D printer. Scrubbed my cabinets clean today. Nice, Epoch. I have been primarily dadding it up today. Team AGRSV hype. Thank you for the lurk. Welcome on. I'm sorry, Volcano. Usually, if there's a derail, it's Smikes hitting it, or if I'm getting, or the yeet is primarily Smikes. Yeah, those are two. Smikes is two big ones. I mean, just that's why I'm like, wait a minute. Or the turkey. Volcano Doc. Smikes usually throws turkeys at me as well. Yay, we 3D printed something. Epoch, our silly little 3D animation. Enjoying The Mandalorian while folding laundry right meow. Epoch, we have the last episode of the season to watch tonight. Last night we watched a romantic comedy. Again, I've forgotten what it's called. But it was fine. You know, it was cutie patootie. Cliff knew the name of it. Cliff looked it up. Since then, I have, again, forgotten what was it called. But Beatrice, yes, Beatrice is a friendly bee, absolutely. Unrelated, before I bet, as a science communicator, do you take part in speaking engagements and panels and such? AG, most of us, so we do school visits, both virtual and in person. And we've talked to kids and adults. We've actually done, oldest was a senior center in California. Tactics, you caught the biggest fish in the stream, Tactics. Wow. So we do school visits, both virtually and in person. So the youngest one we've had are like first graders. Again, oldest was a senior center. Panels, we haven't done a panel before. More just like smaller group visits. We're trying to get an event at TwitchCon, perhaps.
Together, we can rule the galaxy.
Hoot House live stream! Hoot! Thank you for the resub. Chat, if you're not checking out the legendary breathtaking Hoot House live stream, you're not doing life right. Please go follow our amazing friendo, the legendary, the breathtaking, the only Hoot House live stream, live 24/7 owl coverage. And there's baby owls right now, and they're growing up fast. They're growing up fast, folks. Go check out the lovely and amazing Hoot House live stream. How you doing, Hoot? Hoot, we're doing a space ant today. Why, I'm not sure, but that's just what we're doing. First time chatter, Alexandria. How are you doing, Alexandria? Welcome the heck in, and also love the name. Library of Alexandria, one of my favorite things ever, by the way. Welcome in. If I get back to teaching science someday, I'm going to have to book you to chat with my class. Yes, Epoch. Currently, we are also free. So, and we always... Hi, Michael R. Hassler.
Say what?
Any one of our visits, we always give the kids stickers, whether that be virtual and in person, or in person. We just mail it if we're virtual, and we send a piece of amber to the classroom so that kids can look at it and learn about the science behind, you know, ancient samples. Event producer within climate and sustainability. I've loved putting unlikely speakers on a panel together. You'd be amazing. I should look into it. That would be cool, AG. Yeah, again, we haven't. Lita did a talks, Mike's in China. We've given talks, but those have been scientific talks, like about our primary data study, rather than they have not been science outreach talks, if that makes sense. They've been, yeah.
Together, we can
Alfie
rule
Bean!
the galaxy.
Oh my goodness. Hi, Elf! Elf, 13 months, man. What are you up to? Elf, I keep forgetting to click this, but here we go. 13 whole months of science, art, and endless enthusiasm, amazing, many more. Thank you, Alfie Bean. How you doing, Elf? Elf, ma'am, welcome the heck in. Elf, we'll get you that fancy man pinky out shout out in just one moment, Alfie Bean. I hope you've been having a great day, Elf. We have been working on this piece. I've got to blend our colors together now. And then I think we'll be ready on this one. Little Big Great panelist, it makes me very happy, especially there are other panelists with old men. She was sandwiched between two old men for the talk that she gave, Smikes. That made me smile. Smikes, you won another 5 points from the jump game. Smikes, you're crushing it today. I don't even see you jumping. You're winning left, right, and center. Chad, if you're not checking out the breathtaking Alfie Bean, not doing live Friday, Alfie Bean, amazing artist, graphic artist, pixel artist. We're working on a space Antonia, Mavis. An out of this world character. Yeah, that might be a stretch. That might be a stretch, Mavis, but getting there. Don't think I get to you this. No, absolutely no worries at all, Mavis. Never any pressure, my friend. We were off a few days this week. My little sister came into town. She flew in from Florida, well, from Georgia. She was visiting my folks, and then she flew in from Florida to us to meet the baby. And now she's in Boston for a conference, and then she's going back to Atlanta to go to Orlando so that she can go back to her rotation, her med school rotations. And then she'll be back here in August because she got accepted to do rotations at Children's Hospital in Philadelphia, which is apparently a hyper competitive like place to do rotations, and she was able to get it, so she'll be in Atlanta for a month. And then actually before that she's gonna be in Pittsburgh for a month, and then she's in Philadelphia for a month, and then she's back in Orlando for a month, and then in December she's in St. Louis. So she is gonna be busy traveling this fall to do different rotations. All like different flavors of pediatric neurology, on neurosciences. That's gonna be her specialty, so that's what she's working on. Lurk for dinner. Thank you for the lurk, Epoch. Smikes, I'm not sure which. So she did look at the Boston ones. She's looking for particular programs, like which is the best at this particular thing in the US. And so that's how she's picking them. Not necessarily based on location. But she's been, getting very good answers on it. She's be applying for residency and getting matched for residency in March. So she's also doing then rotations now to get like reference letters and experience and whatnot. She said the specialty Golganak will be pediatric neurology. That will be her specialty. And she's all about it. Yeah, pediatric neuroscience Golganak. Very smart cookie she is. She was in a different mood, Golganak, when she came. She usually hasn't been so... She's always been career-focused, Golganak, but this just feels different. She feels a little more... What's the best way to put it, Golganak? Hyper-duper focused? Like, that's what the big thing that she has going for her right now is career. I think that's, she said that's how she just is dealing with her grief. So I understand. Will she double up and do psych? No, she doesn't want to do any kind of psych, Smikes. She just wants... She might do additional specialties into pediatric neurosciences and neurology. Like she said, she might get into the research side of things. So have not only like a clinician where she does like perhaps some kind of testings as well. Like helping people with clinical trials. But not entirely sure of that yet. We'll have to see how she feels like that. Bentley! Bentley! No. Don't you dare just come in here with a little Bentley. Yeah. If you're not checking out our amazing friend Bentley, go check out Bentley. Not only is she a gamer extraordinaire, but she's also a very good just chatterer stream. So if you don't have a good just chatterer and a lovely gamer extraordinaire and someone with an amazing hat, please go check out the lovely amazing Bentley. Hello, Risto! How you doing, Ristrock? Risto, we're working on a space Antonia, and she's trying to be out of this world, Risto. But, you know, I'm having difficulties, Risto. I love you more, Bentley! Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Bentley. I'm not sold on the color wrist, though. I'm trying to get the effect that she has a space helmet. And so I've been, like, changing around the colors and everything. And I think it might look a little dopey. I don't know. I don't know, Risto. Playing a space survival game. Are you playing with Nerduino? And Jern, perhaps. Risto. Playing Empyrean. Oh, okay. How is it, Risto? Are you having fun? Lovely stream today, as always, sir. Chad, do y'all want... With Risto's permission, Risto, can I show you the, Can I show off what we made for you today, Risto? Is there a button on your pen to change layers? There is not, Smikes. That would be a lovely additional thing to do, but I don't have that. Okay, sweet. Yeah, so I made this for Risto today. Risto wanted another sub badge. And so he wanted his alien Blorg to be graduating. Risto, did we decide what he's graduating from? Like, is he graduating from some kind of alien academy? I forget, Risto, if we ever decided that, but there he is. There's Risto's new character. Thank you, lady. Risto, I took care of the yard, and then I was like, because I'd been working on it, and then I was like, all right, let's finish this. And so that was in between yard work and before stream. I was like, I need to get this done.
You can't rush art.
Sometimes, Big Gaming. We went to the Wholesome Academy that is deemed by Wholesome Experiment Ferret. Nice. Chat, please go follow Ristrock. Not only is Risto a mental health chatterer and a gamer extraordinaire and a photographer, he's also working on a shirtless calendar to help benefit a nearby orphanage that's going out of business. They're out of money, and Risto is there to make the calendar, and all the sales and proceeds will go of the shirtless calendar to benefit the children. So make sure to drop in that follow and pre-order the calendar. For every calendar that does not get ordered, one child might lose a home. Exactly, Big Gamey. Risto to the rescue. To the most rescue, in fact, Big Gamey. I know, Risto. Oh, no. But you're helping them. You're saving the children, Risto. And I saw Smikes ask me to save. I'm going to quickly save in just one moment. That was not that time to be humble. Exactly. There should be no humbleness at all. So when he's saving the children. I need it so I can mine copper and stuff. That risk, though, if there was no context to that, I still wouldn't ask. But luckily I have some context. Have fun, Risto. Have fun. Go save space. I assume you're saving space. Skip, are you saving space with Risto? Yeah. Warp speed, engage. Nice. Awesome, Skip. Awesome. Skip, did you finish the chores that you needed to get done? I know you had a bunch of random stuff that you had to do, Skip. I hope that's all finished up and ready to go. Trying to travel between different systems. Nice. That's important to do. My Herkimer diamond arrived from Skip. Oh, nice, BitGamey. Was this BitGamey from the Skip's celebration stream? Y'all, as soon as we're done with this piece, I'm going to do a BRB and get some ibuprofen. Because my shoulders are just absolutely dying today. I think, however I was holding the little one really messed with him. Can Torrid's Knight make diamond with his lats? You know, diamonds form from pressure, Smikes. And yes, Torrid's Knight can make diamonds with anything. It's quite insane, Smikes, how powerful that man is. That he can just squeeze and make diamonds. Well, almost ready, BitGamey. Almost. I don't know what I did, but I don't think it was the yard work. That's usually the culprit. But I think it's because the way I was holding her today. It's so silly. BitGamey, let me tell you a not so secret. In the old lab, I was actually made fun of for it. It's a little bit turkey. In the old lab, I was made fun of for it, BitGamey, for having hurt shoulders. Cause what would happen is, if I was pipetting stuff, I had to do it a certain way, otherwise my shoulders would really hurt. And I was told to not do it that way. And so it would just nerf my body. And I eventually just had to be like, look, I just need to do this. But it was like, you know, everyone would be like, haha, like, why do you have to do that? Like, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, what kind of place am I working in? Where it's like, I get made fun of for how I hold a pipette. Mrs. Gaming's prescription cost me 27 cents. Nice. Go BRB and get your meds. Okay. Lady Lara Croft, it's just ibuprofen. But since you told me to, I'll take a quick BRB. Then we'll finish out this piece, okay? I'll be right back, folks. I'll be right back. Thank you, chat. Thank you, chat. Thank you guys for taking care of the business. I hope y'all had fun. I did hear the echolocation. BitGaming, thank you for that redemption for the echolocation, BitGaming. All right. Whew. I got it, Lady Lara Croft. I got it. Taking care of it. If I start needing an ice pack, we might have to end stream early. But otherwise, we're ready to go. Not a problem, BitGaming. BitGaming, make sure to refund yourself. You did that for the good of the colony. That was not for yourself. I don't know if you actually wanted to have the echolocation or you did it just to take care of the family. But you can refund yourself on that one, BitGaming. That was out of kindness and the love of your heart, BitGaming. You can never have too many bats. Bit, you know, we actually don't have a bat character. Oh, I see it, Blueberry. Blueberry, did you know that I did not notice at first that NMD was wiggling her eyebrows in that? I didn't notice until it was pinned at one point that that was a thing. And now I can't unsee it, Blueberry. I don't want to unsee it, but it always makes me extra chuckle. I don't know, Blueberry, wiggling eyebrows are always funny. Keep meaning to go to watch the bats in Austin. It's quite a... Ooh, you should definitely go a bit gamey. That sounds like it would be an absolute blast. Just don't get too close, Bit Gaming, because, you know, rabies and whatnot. Exactly, Blueberry. You got it, Blueberry. Have a dev brow. Blueberry, do you know what shirt I'm wearing, Blueberry? Blueberry, do you know what shirt that I'm wearing, Blueberry? Well, the Derek and Devin of Moko Made. Should be good for photos. Ooh.
Who let the ants out?
Let's go!
I think I did that flex a little fast. But that looks cool. That looks very cool. Oh, it's like a huge tourist site. Wow. You should definitely go, Big Gammy. That sounds... I think that'd be a fun day trip. No, you Risto.
You are wholesome as ferret. Yay!
Risto! Risto! No, you Risto.
SciAnts know you. You're the cutest. To know that you deserve it. Juno, you a star over here. I reverse the card like Uno.
You're breathtaking.
How dare, Risto? How dare? Right time of year need to check. Bit, there is in Kentucky. I know it's totally irrelevant because you're a little bit further away from Kentucky. If anyone is near Kentucky, there is an amazing jack-o'-lantern festival where they have, it's like an entire little park full of carved jack-o'-lanterns. And that the pictures make it look stunning. Like the entire area is lined up with candlelit jack-o'-lanterns, and that to me looks really, really cool. Most you, Risto. Hi, Shadowmax. Welcome in, Shadowmax. Shadowmax, I'm almost in a war with Risto. Risto keeps saying no you, when clearly it's no him. Keene, New Hampshire was a record for simultaneously jack-o'-lanterns 30K. No, but...
SciAnts know you. You're the cutest. To know that you deserve it. Juno, you a star over here. I reverse the card like Uno.
Yeah, for you, Risto. These are real jack-o'-lanterns, Smikes. They're not like the little, ones on a string of light bulbs, you know? I bet it's amazing, Smikes, but, you know, they use real ones. Shaking my head. No, Golganak. You can know you, Risto. Pup times loads of know you. No, but see, Blueberry, the most know you is Risto, Blueberry. Because Blueberry, Risto, look, he's the one making a calendar to help save the children. Okay. I offered to help, but they actually threatened to pull Risto's funding if I helped. So I am unable to assist with that. But I very much appreciate it. The best thing about bats, they eat mosquitoes. That is a good thing, Big Gaming. Bit, there's a couple of bat boxes here in the neighborhood. I haven't seen any bats come from them, but I do like the neighbors that hang those bat boxes. Risto!
You are wholesome as ferret. Yay!
Risto Rock, thank you for Risto Rock. The 200 biddies! biddies! Risto. Thank you, Risto. The reason the most you, yes, Ristrock is the most you. In fact, Risto, thank you for those 200 biddies. Folks, another person to go follow. If you haven't already, please go follow our friend Irish John Games, who's making a video game. Always news to Smikes. He's making a video game called Rise of Piracy. One of our best friends. Please go give Jern that follow. Please go give Jern, the Irish John, or the Irish Heartthrob, as he's better known, a follow. That's space. Risto, please save space. Please save space, Risto. Smiles is curious if we can watch the trailer at some point. Bit Gamey, without question. Look, Bit Gamey, I brushed my teeth to the soundtrack of that trailer. Because it's that good. It's that good. Save space for desserts? Blueberry, listen. You don't have to save space for desserts, Blueberry. You know why? Because when you're eating, there's a second stomach that you have. That is the dessert stomach. And the regular food doesn't go in the dessert stomach. So you always have room for dessert. When do we get Dog's Life? There's not the game anymore. It's Homeward Hound. Smikes. Homeward Hound. Actually, Blueberry, cows have several stomachs. And so that theory may work on cows. It does not work on humans, but that is... that's how I subscribe. It's like, how does Bullen always have room? Maybe because he's, he eats a lot. But, it could be in part because of the dessert stomach. All right, there we go, chat. What do we think? Hi, Andrew! Andrew, you're so breathtaking, sir. Andrew, by the way, thank you for your resub. We were not live when you hit that. And I wanted to thank you for doing again, sir. You're far too kind. Okay. Let's put in some space there. Homeward Hound, working title was I'm a Dog on PS2 game A Dog's Life, but that's why I kept saying Bit Gamey every time. I'm like, the Dog's Life or the I Am a Dog, and it was just, I always got confused on which one. No, not yet. Let's put a silly background on. Let's put a silly Willy background on it at least. I can make the shape. There we go. There you go. There's a starry, spooky one. In space, no one can hear you, Ant. That's very true. Detector, I think I need to have a version of him with, well, actually her, with a closed helmet. I think that would be a good thing to make. That kind of variation. There we go. We'll add in some stars. Blend. Yeah. Oh, you're right. You're right, Smikes. I need to. I don't. Why I picked green, Smikes? I don't know. I just.
Where's my drink?
Just feeling the green.
What
Big
drink?
game. You think for the hydrate? So, Lady Lara Croft. I will have the 3D printers running again really soon. It's starting to warm up. And what I was hoping to do is a reflection of the green. Cliff, you are so wise. What I was hoping to do, Lady Lara Croft, is if we were able to 3D print some of these characters and seeing if that 3D print looked any good. Like, welcome back, NMD! We did a version of this Antonia in 3D, which I know is kind of silly because it's our 2D Antonia. But if she prints all right, we might be able to actually make like a little Funko equivalent, right? Because like Lady Lara Croft, it might be something like our Kevin, right? Like our little 3D printed Kevin. Maybe we could 3D print the Antonia, like the one that I have, Lady Lara Croft. If you look above my head and on the other side when I hit this trigger.
Education and some inspiration spitting from the heart. I know that I got the chemistry spit to science. It's my heart.
So I have those 3D modeled. So I would like to see maybe if we print those, will it come out looking nice? I don't know, but we'll give it a shot. And then if they do, we can do them for like random raffles and whatnot. I think that might be kind of fun. Hi, Woodcraft by Owen. How you doing, Owen? Stop taking my AirPods. That was Smike's. Oh, okay. Well, I only saw it was against me. How you doing, Owen? Guys, if you're not checking out Woodcraft by Owen, not doing life right, legendary maker and crafter extraordinaire. Please go follow Woodcraft by Owen. Owen, how are you doing tonight? I hope all is going well. Just working on some silly space Antonias tonight. Ice pack ready to apply. It's in the freezer if I need it. That's not very star-like. Let's find a star tool. Opens trench coat. Been to watch The Three Musketeers? Which one? Is this like a new movie, Owen? Let's find some stars. There's a new one. Okay. I did not know there's a new one, Owen. Is it in theaters now? Was Buttspot not family friendly? Sometimes Smike's Buttspot is... I mean, you know Buttspot, Smike's. He can be very misbehaved. That's why he was, That's why he was, taken away. So he was taken away, Smikes. From all of Twitch. Okay, let's find a star. I keep pressing the wrong button. Blueberry, I have a question about bees. I've seen a video of a bee that stung someone's finger. It didn't mean to, and it twisted the stinger out without losing its behind. So sometimes that can happen. That can happen sometimes, Blueberry. Did you see my request for intro clips? No, I did not, Owen. I'm so sorry. Owen, sometimes I miss. Sometimes I miss the messages. I'm in a bunch of servers, and so I will sometimes miss things.
AMD 96 AMD is how you say hero.
But the easiest way to do that, if I'm not replying, it's not because I intentionally didn't want to see. It's that I just accidentally missed it. Oh, it was an at everyone? That might be why. There's some, Owen, not the Craftsman's Guild server, obviously, because the Craftsman's Guild server is amazing, Owen. But there are some where I'll have, they're like, everything is an at all ping. And it's just too much. And so then I can't do it. Okay, let's see. Of course, like I said though, Owen, not the Craftsman's Guild. I love y'all's faces. There we go. There's a little bit of a starry sky. The here, I have no idea what here actually does. There we go. There's our Starry Night right there. All right. But Owen, I will take a look. Is it just in the main channel? Space Invaders the Ant. What do you think, Zen? She okay, Zen? She all right? Most of the sound alerts, Blueberry, are either special for the individual or they're for subs. Oh, thank you, Lady Lara Croft. I will put up a poll then on what our next piece should be. Chat. Next piece, should it be? We have TedLasso, Antonia. We have Rice, musician for the band. Let's do Rice, band character. We then have Star-Lord, Ant, and which one? Boba Fett Ant. There we go. I'll give y'all 2 minutes. 2 minutes to vote, Chad. Get those votes in. How do you get an individual sound? Yes, Blueberry. That is either a VIP or being a mod. And if you're a mod, you actually get 3. You pinned it? Okay, perfect, Owen. I will have it ready to go now. Let me see. While the voting is going on, I'll check on the guild. General. Short interest goes. Oh, cool. Oh, very cool. All right. You got it, Owen. You got it, Owen. Thank you so much. Hi, Gigglings. How you doing, Gigglings? Gigglings, we have a voting going on of which character to do next. We have TedLasso, Antonia, which is what I know BitGamey wants to do. We have the Rice Band character, we have the Star-Lord Ant, and we have the Boba Fett Ant that are on the voting docket right now. And you can vote more than once because Gwendolyn P. is not here. Professor Canuck! Hi, Professor. Astro. Antonia is joining you among the night stars, Professor Canuck. Chad, if you're not checking out Professor Astro Canuck, not doing life right. Single greatest astronomer, astrophotographer, Lego builder extraordinaire, published author. The book Beat a Blues. Chad, please go follow our amazing friend Astro Canuck. Astro, how the heck are you doing today, good sir? I hope you're doing well. I hope the stream went well today. I had you up as always. I was the little one, Astro. She woke up at 6. And she was just not having it. Usually if she wakes up early, Astro, we can give her some food and she falls back asleep. TedLasso, Antonia. Alrighty. TedLasso, Antonia has won, chat. But she did not. She was not feeling it today. Astro. So because Lita wasn't feeling well. And so I got up and I took care. I fed the little one and I was like, maybe she'll fall back asleep. She was not, Astro. She was up like this. She's looking at me like this. And just being all kinds of silly pants. I'm like, okay. Clearly, we are not gonna go to sleep. So let's just have some fun. And so, Astro, we watched the second half of the movie Black Adam. And it was much better than the first half. It was... If you have 2 hours to kill, Astro... It's a good movie to watch if you have 2 hours to kill. Would I watch it again? Maybe if I was on an airplane. I was disappointed because it's The Rock. And anytime The Rock... I love The Rock movies. Like, I think he's a treasure. It just didn't have, like, any real allure. The setting was very dark. I don't mean, like, emotionally dark, but rather just, like, visibly like a lot of grays and brown tones, and it felt like it would have been a lot like prettier if you just put it somewhere nicer. It's my same problem with the Man of Steel movie, again from the DC universe, because the Man of Steel movie, if you just put a different color filter on there, it's so much prettier. So it was, you know, and it appears Brosnan in it, so I had really big hopes for it, but. And then we watched a bunch of Premier League. We went on a large walk. We hung out outside. Lita then took her to her mom's to, you know, help. Lita helps her mom with stuff, and then she takes the little one along. And so I did some yard work, and then I finished an emote commission for Risto, and now we're here. So it's been a busy day, Professor Canuck. But I have the Sunday scaries because I don't want it to be Sunday, because I want to rest, Astro. Oh my goodness, the wrong layer. But yeah, it is what it is. I know, Astro, it's not actually a big day. It's like not a legitimately busy day. I'm just like, oh, I would really like to rest some more. Oh, and speaking of which, I didn't finish something on here. I just remembered the eye spots are actually not done on this. These need to be fixed. There we go. Just clicked in my head there. Monday off would be great. All of them. I mean, this is the fun part, Astro, but then I still get nervous of like, oh, am I relaxing enough? It's not, again, not as bad as it had been. There had been other... My last job was when I was like having panic attacks of like, oh, I'm not like relaxing enough. And, you know, then I'll get emails on the weekend and be like, hey, you better be working. No! Not the case here, Astro. I'm actually very much encouraged to not check my emails on the weekends. And of course I did. I answered an email back, and my coworker was like, what did we talk about? And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. No checking the email. It's good. I know, Kai. That is a great emote, Kai. That is, I do wrong layer a great deal. Not intentionally. No, I should move over. There we go. Get sacked for doing that in France? I know, Owen. But, not in the US and not in academics. If you're in academics and you don't have your email on your phone, like your personal home phone and everything, and you're not ready to go on a moment's notice, you'll get the sack. Turn off all email notice. Trick is to remember to turn them back on tomorrow. I would forget to do it. I would 100% forget to do it. Astro, instead, at my old job, it made me so stressed out, the ping of my email, that what I actually ended up doing was my phone has been on vibrate for like 2 years now. And I just don't have my alerts on. Because I just can't. I just got a text message from a co-author because I hadn't answered his email within 1 hour on a Saturday night. Did you write back, Volcano Doc? I've gotten that from a PI, like a professor wrote that to us. Like, he was like, why aren't y'all answering? And it was Father's Day weekend, actually. The last Father's Day that we saw Lita's dad. Because he was trying to tell us that, or tell Lita that we shouldn't go to Father's Day weekend because she has too much work to do. And we almost didn't go celebrate Father's Day. But we did end up going. And that was actually the following weekend. He was intubated in the hospital, and that's, you know, we had been the last time we ever talked to him. And she still looks back on it and still gets extremely angry. She's like, I could have missed like the last chance to see him. Oy. Yeah. Dear Circular Life just sounds a bit rude, but it's Big Gaming. That's all they have. That is all they have in life. It's this Big Gaming. It's this publish or perish mentality. If you don't publish, your career is dead. Because I'm a weenie and for a change of font size on a figure for the final proof and article in press. Not affiliated anymore. I'm just grateful to be on there, which is its own other conversation. Yeah, Volcano Doc. Fun story. The rumor mill has told me that my last like really big paper from this lab that I was in, they're going above and beyond ways to make sure that I'm not on the paper. So the graduate student that I'm still friends with messaged me that they're having all the experiments be redone so that I didn't touch any of it, and so that way they won't have to feel like they have to add me to the paper, even though I was the one who did all the did the big discovery and the big experiments to show like the finding. I'm like, all right, well. The other great one, Volcano Doc, I didn't even know this. I found it by total accident. You know Volcano Doc, when you go on Google Scholar and they give you suggested articles, whether that you might be interested in or you might be affiliated with, and it was a paper on the interaction between Fragile X, so FMR1 genetic mutation in mice interacting with P10, which causes autism spectrum disorder also in humans. So it's two genes that have been known to cause autism-like symptoms that when mutated together actually correct the phenotype. And I had shown that in fruit flies, that effect. And I looked to see who published the paper, and it was the lab down the hall from us, the professor was a committee member of mine, and they repeated our same experiments, but in a mouse. And my professor's on the paper. That professor's on the paper, this other new guy, but my friend and I, who did all the work in the fly, who showed all this, were in the acknowledgments buried away. And it just, I was mildly outraged, because there's also like sentences of preliminary evidence in fruit flies showed us this, that we should be looking at this. So then we ... And it's like Volcano Doc, it's not preliminary. Like there was a whole paper ready to go on it. It just hasn't gotten anywhere because the professor is just kind of done with it. And I just like, oh my god. Have we told you recently how you are amazing and valued and deserve not to be stressed? NMD, you don't have to lie. I love your face, though. I love your face, NMD96. And actually, NMD, no, you don't need to be stressed. You deserve to be loved, NMD. As a matter of fact, man. The most matter of fact, even. NMD96. But yeah, Volcano Doc, I saw that recently, and I about hit the roof. I was not pleased at all. But what are you gonna do? What paper are they trying to... So, Smikes, there was one... What journal? Last I heard, it was gonna be Nature. So that's one of like the really big tier ones. Which again is like adds more frustration to Smikes. I'm like, come on! My friend did say he's like well, I'm sure they'll add you in the acknowledgements. Oh, blessed day. I'm so thankful to be in the acknowledgements. Let me tell you. Yes, exactly, Smikes. The joys of academics, Golganak. Would you have been lead? Yes. The original agreement was that I was first author, which is like the author position that you want to be at. That's the one that matters. But not to Fierce Mikes. They did away with that, so. Hi, Birian. Dirt farmers. I don't know of any dirt farmers here, Birian, but how are you doing? Beery, we're working on a new Antonia. What do ants do? They don't farm dirt. They farm fungus, Beery. No one farms dirt. They use dirt to build stuff. Yeah, Beery, BitGamey wanted a TedLasso Antonia. And so that's what we're working on, a TedLasso Antonia today. And actually I was surprised for BitGamey on this one, because I made a background for it that I think BitGamey is going to very much appreciate. Now, Beery, I hope you've had a lovely day as well. We did finish our Space Antonia earlier tonight. And that led to this whole idea in my head of, like, it'd be cool to make other Antonias doing other science-y jobs as well. I think that'd be kind of neat. I appreciate you, how about BitGamey? BitGamey. Sir. Chat, BitGamey is such a legend. He sometimes refuses to acknowledge this legendary status. But he's very much a super legend.
Science, no you, you're the cutest, and know that you deserve it, Juno. You a star over here. I'll reverse the card like Uno.
You're breathtaking!
Most you, BitGamey. Golganak is like, all of y'all need to cool it. All of y'all cool it down. Sorry, Golganak. I got excited. So Golganak, there's the possibility of making BitGamey happy with the TedLasso Antonia, and I gotta go for it, Golganak. BitGamey, he does so much for the community, Golganak. If there's a chance that I can make BitGamey smile, laugh, and chuckle, we gotta take it.
It's all Gucci.
You are Gucci, in fact, Mon. You and your paramour seeing self.
Gucci.
Most you, Mon. Most you. That was actually BitGamey's, one of BitGamey's Gucci's. BitGamey, I enjoyed Dukasoft, one of our streaming friends. Whenever Dukasoft sees BitGamey, he goes, "Baby?" And because BitGamey has the baby component. Found out that Keely from TedLasso was in a movie, Apple TV Plus movie 2021 with Justin Timberlake called Palmer. Is it... What kind of movie is it, BitGamey? Is it a romantic comedy? Comedy? I apparently have seeds in my hair from when I was with the little one outside. Her name, Juno Temple, BitGamey. How are you liking the third season, by the way, Bit? Dory doesn't have Apple TV, so we binge watched the third season up to the newest episode, and then we watched the newest episode as well. And Dory's like, okay, when I come back to visit, we'll have to finish the rest of it. Definitely not a rom-com. Justin Timberlake. Let's see what this horror show is. Oh, geez. No. Drama film directed. No. Yeah. No, thank you. Will not be watching that. Didn't get... Really, Bit Gamey. Big Gamey, my goodness. We're going to have to chat about this, Big Gamey. We're going to have to chat about this. Because I'm really enjoying the 3rd season. I'm loving the character arc that they're doing with Nate. I'm really liking... Like the last episode where Ted kind of pulling it together. I love the Zava character a bit. I thought season 2 had a lot of story. Especially with all the mental illness that was tackled in that one. But the biggest thing in this new one, Zava... That character is 100% based on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And unless you're into the soccer world and you know Zlatan, if you don't know about Zlatan, it might not be as funny. But Zlatan talks the exact way Zava does. And it's the exact same premise of it. So everything Zava related, I was just cracking up laughing. Space or Ted? What do you think, NMD? No, but see, Bit Gamey, he's not. The Zava character is, like, that is what Zlatan Ibrahimovic is like. Like, Bit, that is based on a real person. And so, the insane quotes, but also backing it up on the field, is totally Zlatan. Bit, do you know about Zlatan Ibrahimovic? Hold on. Hold on, Bit. Alright. I have not pre-screened this, so I might need to pause it very rapidly.
Zlatan Ibrahimovic has developed a reputation as one of football's most iconic mavericks. So to honour the Swedish god, we've counted down his 10 best ever quotes. 10. On being offered a trial by a certain London club instead of being signed straight away. Arsene Wenger asked me to have a trial with Arsenal when I was 17. I turned it down. Zlatan doesn't do auditions. 9. On ex-Aston Villa striker John Carew claiming that some of his skills are stupid and unnecessary. What Carew can do with a ball, I can do with an orange. 8. On a journalist asking what Ibrahimovic would buy his wife for her up-and-coming birthday. Nothing. She already has Zlatan. 7. On where he would live in Paris after signing for PSG and living in a 5-star hotel for the first 2 months. We're looking for an apartment, but if we don't find anything, we'll probably just buy the hotel. 6. On his sexuality being questioned by a female reporter after a photo of him and Gerard Piqué was taken at Barcelona. Come over to my house, baby, and bring your sister. I'll show you who is gay. 5. On Mario Balotelli blowing up his own bathroom with fireworks whilst playing for Manchester City. I like fireworks too, but I set them off in gardens or in kebab stands. I never set fire to my own house. 4. On his rather interesting childhood growing up as a teenager in Sweden. One time I got dressed in all black, Rambo style, and took a massive pair of bolt cutters and stole a military bike.
So, Bit Gamey, you can see, as you said, they cast an actor who looks exactly the same. Like the same facial features. They even picked a name that sounds similar to Zlatan with Zava. And the demeanor and behavior is all the same. But, and again, he backs it up. Blueberry called Mario Balotelli, who's known for being crazy. And he set off fireworks and blew up his bathroom. What else? So, but see, here's the thing, Bit Gamey. What's not clear is he actually like this? Or is he playing a character? And it's not clear if he's playing a character. So, because he isn't just like, he doesn't just like talk the talk and not walk the walk. Like, he is actually that good. But I think it's a caricature that he's playing of himself at this point. Hi, Mama is a Fan chat. If you're not checking out Mama's a Fan, you're not doing live right. Mama's a Fan, legendary maker and crafter extraordinaire. There is her Insta, there is her website, and here is the shout out. Guys, go check out the amazing Mama is a Fan. Mama, how was day 2 of the auction, Mama? I hope the big summer blowout went well today. Mama, we're I'm educating BitGamey and why the new season of TedLasso is hilarious. Because there's a character on there called Zava, and he's based very closely on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. And BitGamey wasn't sure about who that was, and so like even his quotes and his soccer style and everything are all based on a real player. And it's just, yeah, like look at BitGamey, look at this goal. Look at this goal, BitGamey. It's insane. Gucci. It went good. There's still a ton of fabric I have available for $3.99 a yard. Is that on the website, Mama? I believe so. Oh, and BitGamey. His back tattoo. It's like the back tattoo of Zava. BitGamey. Okay? Like, even the back tattoo, they got off that character, like the real person. So that's why it's, like, that's when you're like, there's no way anyone's really like this. No, like, this guy actually is. So, like, if you're in the soccer world, the Zava character... Raiders, welcome on in. Let's go over to the main screen. It is SciArt Sunday. We're doing some science art, and we're also educating BitGamey on Zlatan Ibrahimovic. I might have his book around here somewhere, too. If you don't have the book, BitGamey, it is well worth the read. It makes me chuckle. It makes me laugh. And it is just... It'll make you... Wants food, Val. Hold on, Val. I do have a character, an Antonia, that has made food. Hold on, Val. I think I called it, like, a grill. Here we go. There we go. See, Val? That Antonia is making some food for you. Right? It's okay, Val. She might be cooking fungus. But at least it's on a barbecue, Val. But in all seriousness, Raiders, what we're working on today, we finished Space Antonia. We did finish Space Antonia. Now we're working on TedLasso Antonia. And I was explaining to BitGamey what TedLasso and like the new season of TedLasso, why it's cinematic gold. And the relationship between Zava, the character, and Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Chat, again, if you're not checking out Yogurt Garrel, go drop Yogurt Garrel a follow. Supermodel in the country of Canada, and soon to be expanding to the Americas. Chat, go check out Yogurt Garrel. Yogurt Garrel also is a professional Tetris 99 gamer extraordinaire on her partner Poosh. Lego builder now, too. And one of my best friendos. Go check out the amazing, the breathtaking Joker Garrel. Let's see. What did Val say? Val says, speaking of bacteria, I think I had Colostrum perifringens this morning. Val, what are you doing? If I may ask, Val. That is leading you to have bacterial cultures in your house. Chat, let me quickly see if I have this book ready to go for BitGamey. Yes, I do. BitGamey. BitGamey, I told you I had it. See, it even looks like Zava. This book is hilarious, BitGamey. You should 100%. You should 100% get this, BitGamey. There's actually the promotional stuff was also hilarious because he's like, Yeah, the best footballer's autobiography in recent years is probably I Am Zlatan. The quote written by Zlatan. It is... Bit, if you need to glean into, like, the soccer world, check out this book. As for anyone, I would suggest this book. It's a absolute riot. Possible food poisoning? Val, listen. Val, I'm concerned now. You're getting food poisoning, and then you're streaming, and I'm worried about you, Val. Are you being safe, Val? Val, I'm just getting worried, my friend. I'm getting worried, Val. Anywho, Big Gaming. I Am Zlatan. Buy Zlatan over here, Mooch. Available in the bookstores. I think there's actually a second one coming out, too. Big Gaming. Yeah. Being food safe? I don't think
Gucci.
You are, Val. Val, if you were food safe, you wouldn't be sick. Add it to my Christmas list, possibly, potentially. Bit, just put it on your throne list. Or your Amazon wish list, and we'll send it over to you. The heck with it. Big Game, you already have your mailing address. I'll just send it to you.
Gucci.
Whoa, that was aggressive. Chap, that was an aggressive Gucci right there. Oh, Smikes. That is one of my favorite Gucci's. Yogurt, I was outside with the little one and I actually thought to myself, that Gucci, and I just started chuckling. Do that, you got it, Bit Gaming. I will send it to you. After stream today, I'll take care of it. I'll send it over to you.
Gucci, bless you.
Yeah, Yogurt, the little one was, she's been good when she gets up in the mornings nowadays. Like, if she's up around 5, between 5 and 6, if you feed her, she usually falls back asleep. Lita wasn't feeling well this morning, so I took her and I fed her, and she did not fall back asleep. She, in fact, was very wide-eyed, and so we watched the second half of Black Adam together, and she was still very awake, so we watched a bunch of Premier League soccer, and that she was still awake, so we went on a walk, and then we had some food outside, and we just did all the things. And then she's off now with Lita to Lita's mom's. Lita was helping her mom with stuff. I don't ever know what she's doing. Usually like building stuff or whatnot. But yeah, so she was very, very wide awake today. Hi, Callie. Are turkey hens looking for nesting sites right now? I keep seeing lone females wandering our neighborhood. I have no idea, Callie. Let me try. Actually, Callie, I did see. You know how on Snapchat you see your memories, like recent like memories and snaps, like on this day from past years. I did actually see some female turkeys I had snapped a day or two ago, so maybe there's something like that. I'm not entirely sure, but possibly. By the way, how you doing, Callie? Working on our TedLasso Antonia to make Big Gamey smile, laugh, and chuckle. And we taught Big Gamey about Zlatan. Hi, Debs! Debs, how you doing, Debs? Debs, listen. Debs, we have to give Big Gamey an education on some soccer stuff, because Debs, he didn't know about Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Debs. He didn't know, Debs. He didn't know, and so we had to fix that knowledge gap, Debs. But we're good now, Debs. We're good. And then Debs, we finished the space Antonia. She's in the space, Debs. And Smikes pointed out she's actually living very dangerously. Because there's no connecting tube or anything like that. She's just floating in space. Very dangerous to live like that, Debs. Poor Antonia. Chat. Another person to go follow. Please go follow our amazing friend, Mr. Jim B93. Mr. B is soon going to be having a 2-year celebration stream. So you're going to make sure to drop him that follow because it's going to be a big party when he has that big celebration stream. But Debs, it was because Big Gamey's also watching TedLasso. And there's a character in TedLasso based on Zlatan, and it's much funnier if you know how eccentric Zlatan is versus if you just think that they're just being like over the top silly. I mean, because it is over the top silly, but it's actually accurate too. Jimmy's, I know, Music Girl. I know. Music Girl's like, Bullet doesn't know. Bullet knows. Thank you, Dibs. King of Tabs. Music. You're not wrong, Music Girl. I do love my tabs. Don't drop the Mon, don't worry. Mon, don't worry. Mon, I am able to hold and feed a baby with one arm. And like lift a computer and do stuff with the other. Mon, when I'm usually saying hello to you, I'm typing with one hand and holding and feeding a baby in the other. It's the one smidge of skill that I have, Mon. It's not a lot, but it's a little bit. Thank you, Bits Gamey, for the nerf, Bits Gamey. Love your face, Bit Gamey.
Where's my drink?
Thank you, Paper Cuts. How you doing, Paper Cuts? My little noodle arms could never... Mon, you have breathtaking arms. I will not accept that. I'll not accept that kind of commentary, Mon. Please and thank you, Mon. Please and thank you, Mon. Mon's like, but what? Lurk, not time. Big Gamey, before you lurk, what are you having for dinner? Big Gamey, tell us what you're having for dinner. If you don't tell me what you're having for dinner, I'll be so curious, Big Gamey. Noodles can be strong sometimes, Beery. If they haven't been cooked, Blueberry.
Prada.
Prada indeed, Mon. Big Gamey has left us and will not tell us what he's eating. Chat to this. Oh, there we go. I have this idea. Thank you so much, Big Gamey. Have a good video. Big Gamey. Poor Big Gamey is like, I have no idea what's happening. Jim is helping make them strong. Glad to hear it, Mon. But you know what? Mine are not too. I feel like I can feel like the damage in them as well. Like, hi, Optic Nerve. Optic, how are you doing? Optic Nerve, listen. Oh my goodness, Optic, I can't believe I have to nerf your commentary. How dare, Optic Nerve? How dare? How dare? Optic Nerve. Optic Nerve. No, Blueberry, that's not new. That's been around for a while. Blueberry, that was a redemption by Lady Lara Croft. She wanted a
Gucci.
a Tomb Raider Antonia. And then I asked her permission to animate it as such, and that's what we did. You, Blueberry, you have seen this, Blueberry. It's been here for like a month and a half, 2 months or something. That was you, Mon. Mon, you've got a couple of sneaky good ones in there. You got a bunch of good sneaky ones in there. Yes, Blueberry! Blueberry, you triggered it! Oval So Palanic. Oval, thank you for the follow. Welcome the heck in, Oval. How you doing today? And Blueberry, it's on the Discord too. You can use it on the Discord. It's a sticker on the Discord as well as an emoji. So much for recording noise. Says as a joke, I'm sorry for saying sorry so much. Nerf if needed. Blueberry, I'm tempted to nerf it, but I'm not sure now if it should be nerfed. I'll leave that at the discretion of one of the mods if that should be nerfed or not. That's possibly nerfed. Thank you, Smikes. Thank you. It was like on the borderline of being nerfable, you know. Nearly got me sent to there because of 3 a.m. with no context. Perfect. Towards Night gave you a shout out. Oh, well, Towards Night is breathtaking. We'll give Towards Night a follow too. Close to you, go to bed. Sleep well, Devereaux. Thank you for hanging with us, Devereaux. Guys, go check out Towards Night. Single most handsome man in the state of New Jersey and America. Please go follow Towards Night. You will never, ever be disappointed. The man is a myth, a legend, a breathtaking soul. He makes ice cream with his pectorals. And the newest lore, folks, is that he's actually able to make diamonds with his pecs as well. Because diamonds form from high levels of pressure, and he can just put them in between his pecs and go, "Hoo-yah!" and creates a diamond. So Blueberry with his pecs, he puts like a wooden spoon in between his pectorals, and he just like flexes, and as it stirs, it causes stirring to form, and then it like creates ice cream. It's quite crazy cool, Blueberry. Yeah, ice cream is crazy, Oval. Blueberry, it's not gonna, you just gotta ask Towards Night, Blueberry. Just when you go over to Towards Night, Blueberry, just ask him. Bill Applesauce was just an A. You call it Indeed, Golganak. Indeed. Hello, Luke. How you doing, Luke? Welcome on in, Luke. I know, Luke. That was a very good joke, Luke. Luke, I hope you're doing well. Welcome the heck in. We're just we're working our TedLasso Antonia today, and we already finished our Space Antonia, so that's what we're working on now. You spelled it with a B, you call it Bapple Sauce. That's a good one. That's a good one. Yeah, Luke, doing all right. My shoulders are a little sore. I think. Actually, I don't know what I must have tweaked it from either yard work or how I held the little one. But beyond that, doing all right. Also, it's the Sunday Scaries, and I'm not a fan of the Sunday Scaries, but you know, we do what we can. Oh, that's the wrong command. I'm gonna poke a catch that. Oddness of it, appled. I see what you did there, Golganak. Oddness of it, appled. Yogurt Garrel, thank you for contributing to debuting the new SciAnts music video, Yogurt Garrel. Yogurt, the new SciAnts music video is gonna blow you away, ma'am. It is beautiful and elegant, Yogurt, at the same time. I think it'll be good. I have seen it, except I keep making new characters, and driving poor Smikes right up the wall. The Rice character, though, is the last one we currently have left, Yogurt Garrel, playing the glass organ. And then I have to make musical characters for Andrew the Beaver, for the Darwin Zoro.
Together, we can rule the galaxy.
Pet Wonder, thank you for the resub for 6 months. Thank you so much, Pet Wonder. Pet Wonder, how the heck are you doing? How the heck are you doing, Pet Wonder? Welcome on in. Thank you for that ongoing support. I had to nerf Optic, Pet Wonder, because he said sorry for being late, Pet. And you know that this does not fly here. But how you doing, Pet Wonder? How you doing? Welcome the heck in. Thank you for that resub. Appreciate the heck out of you. Smikes May Spiral. Where am I going to put that? I love it. Where am I going to put that thing? Came from a store meeting and he needs to be nerfed. Pet Wonder, listen. He knows not to apologize for having a life and for being busy and for just being an overall great person. And yet he comes in here and has the audacity to do that. She was busy yelling at us at the work meeting? No. I don't think so, Optic. Optic, there's no way. There's no way. Yes, sorry for apologizing. Indeed. Indeedy. Nerf? Maybe. No, it's in quotes. It's in quotes. And look, Optic, Pet Wonder does not yell. Pet Wonder, I have it on good authority, Optic Nerve, that Pet Wonder is just one of the kindest souls just out there in the world. And does not yell, does not scream, there's none of that. Well, if it's in quotes, you're not the one saying it, Blueberry, but if you decide to use quotes, then if you're creating it, then it's no longer a loophole. Then you rid the loopiness of the loophole, and it nerfs it left, right, and center, Blueberry. Blueberry, you might be making things far more complicated, Blueberry. It's okay, Blueberry. I will never be upset at the complicating. Becca! Hi, Becca.
Gucci.
Becca, how you doing? How you doing, Becca? Explode. Sometimes, Optic. Optic, we finished Space Antonia. And you can also trigger all these gifts. Have fun. And hello, Dacum. Hello, Dacum. How you doing, Dacum? Chat, there's a question for Blueberry. Hello, fan. Hello, Blueberry. I have had a long week. Have another one ahead. May I ask, can I have a hug? I love you, whole fan. Of course, Blueberry, you may have a big hug. Blueberry, I give you kisses, and I give you hugs, and I wish you a very good week. This is very, very true, and very, very fact. Yay! Goga Niagara, thank you for the tier 1 gifts to Blueberry. Blueberry, please enjoy the ad-free viewing and the emotes. Love, Blueberry. Yay! Blueberry, enjoy the ad-free viewing and emotes with love. And my goodness, another gift sub given by Fun to Garish Geek. Fun, thank you for the tier 1 gift sub to Garish. Everyone has been hit with a gift sub. Please thank your gifter. Yes, Fun, I saw what you did. Please enjoy the ad-free viewing, the emotes that we make here with love. And remember, you have access to all of these sounds.
Together, we can rule the galaxy.
Oh, y'all. My God, Cliff. Moonrise Rabbit, thank you for the resub for 7 months. And Cliff, thank you for the 5 tier 1 gift subs to Randy C. Photo, Shadow Arch 99, Dixie Plays, Arcology, and Meddibs. Cliff, thank you so much. Thank you all for the resub. Like, the Music Girl, thank you for the 15 biddies, Music Girl. Well, we have to have some raffles now, chat. You know what it means. Every level of the hype train that we complete, we do a raffle, folks. We do a raffle. Blueberry, those are the sounds, and then here are the gifts. So some of the things that you're typing, there is not a command for. But those 2 boxes will tell you all that we're working on today. We did finish Space Antonia. Just like Antonia, Nerduino is out of this world. Okay? Nerduino, thank you again for the raid. And now we're working on TedLasso Antonia. TedLasso is one of my favorite TV shows. And Big Gamey really, really wanted a TedLasso Antonia. Big Gamey was vehemently asking for it. And so that's what we're doing today. Welcome the heck in, everybody. Hello, Spectrophonic. How you doing, Spectrophonic? Welcome on in. Again, I'm trying to make Big Gamey smile, laugh, and chuckle with some of these characters. Are we successful? You never know. You never know. Magnet sounds like Becca. It has to be. Magneto. Heard it more like Dexter's Laboratory. Magneet DD. Magneet DD. I do, Samuel. Speaking of Dexter's Lab. I don't know what that means, Blueberry. I don't know what that means, Blueberry. Blueberry, I'm so sorry. I have no idea what that means. Do you have an art streamer for me? Please don't pawn off poor Brenda. She I don't think she's forgiving away. It's her eek face. Oh, okay, gotcha. Got it. Yeah, Samuel, that was a total accident, by the way. I made the animation for Antonia saying for science, and I was trying to find an audio clip that would fit, and it just so happened, I was like, oh, Dexter's Lab would be good. And when I used it and made the animation, it all of a sudden fit, and it was a complete accident. I wish I could tell you that I had the foresight to make it as such. I did not. I'm not that clever, Samuel. If I would have been, though, hats off, but...
Gucci.
That, we know whose Gucci that was. Dexter's Lab, Becca. Dexter's Lab is lovely. I haven't watched it in a long time, but as a kid, Dexter's Lab, Powerpuff Girls, The Mask, Scooby-Doo. There are a bunch of really good cartoons. No idea. Debs! Debs, are you being a silly willy with me right now, Debs? Debs being slightly silly with me, chat. Debs! You're making me feel old. Becca, there is no way that I'm making... Becca, I am much older than you are. I promise you, Becca. She-Ra, I don't remember that one. Some of those shows, Marianne, I was in Hungary as a kid, and they didn't all come on the Hungarian Cartoon Network. Princess of Power, it sounds familiar, Optic, but again, I think it's just one of those where I didn't get all of them just as a kid. Just because in Hungary they didn't give us access to all of them. Daughter love that. Gotcha. Nice. Gem and the Holograms is pretty sick for its time. That one I remember, Optic. I didn't see it very heavily, but that is a common one that I know of. I also really liked some of the Disney ones, like Tailspin was one of my favorite. Codename Kids Next Door. I'm aware of that one, but it's a little past my time on that one. Reunion concert with my former high school choir. Ended up to get a knee and back brace in order to stand for the concert. I'm that old. Moonrise Rabbit, listen. Moonrise, it sounds like something I have to do all the time. He-Man, She-Ra, all the cartoons, all the action figures too. Astra, as you should. And now, Astra, you can get all the Funkos as well. You can relive your childhood. Which is always lovely to do. At least for me. I'm always like, oh. I'm sure it drives Lita a little bit crazy. Honey, why do we have these Funkos? Because I used to have them as a kid. Okay, why do you need them now? Because they're precious memories. Thundercats! Yes. I'm right there with you on the Thundercats. Because adult money. But Professor could not have a child. So Actually, Astro. Alib Kaka. Thank you for the follow. Welcome the heck in. Spread out 100% soon to my 100,000 plus collectibles. Optic, I will say, you'll be very proud of me. I have all my original Gargoyles action figures. Optic Nerve. Minus one. That I actually never got. And my mom shipped them to me. And they're all downstairs in the man cave in a glass cabinet, Optic Nerve. Samuel, listen.
The spell is broken, and we live again.
We love the gargoyles here, Samuel. We love gargoyles here.
The spell is broken, and we live again.
And yes, Golganak points out, I do have the NECA large, like, highly detailed figures. They don't have all the characters yet out. Because they release them in waves, but everything that's out so far. It's a beautiful song, Optic. I didn't realize until now that it was a song about you, Optic. How does Pet Wonder feel about this? That they made a song about you, Optic? I hope good. I hope good. Yes, yes. That's why my brother has 2 kids and I have 2 telescopes. Look, Professor Canuck. The telescopes are an investment. Garrett Geek, thank you for the Lord. Garrett Geek. Love your face, Garrett Geek. Professor Canuck. Those telescopes are an investment into your future. You would not have been able to become a Twitch partner of astrophotography and astronomy if you did not have the telescope. So really, even if you had the children, you would have had to have gotten the telescopes so that you can pursue your dream, because you don't want to be a hypocrite when raising your kids, right? If you tell them that they can follow their dreams and then you didn't because you didn't get those telescopes, do you really want to be that guy? No, you don't want to be that guy, Professor Canuck. So dream big, and you may never wake up. Take that home, Professor Canuck. Love your face. She may argue the fact that that song is from a show where the guy does housework. No, Optic. Optic, no. Stay away from that argument, Optic Nerve. I am home. Astro's like, my God, this guy's out of his mind. It's true though, Professor Canuck. I'm justifying your love. It's okay. If only, listen, Pet Wonder, if only that he would do housework, that means, I'm going to be honest with you, if you're wishing that Optic does more housework, that means whenever he does do housework, you have to go up and you have to do it again. And you don't want that. You don't want that. Really want to get a decent microscope, have new clothes to look for. Samuel, we'll be looking for water bears tomorrow. Hold on. We'll be looking for water bears tomorrow, but here are our scopes. And we can see with the second microscope on there, not the triocular zoom, but the other one, the compound microscope, or no, sorry, the first one. Yeah, it is for the first one for 3D samples. That's the one that we use for like the amber, but you can do the tardigrade with either one, but those are our 2 microscopes we have. So instead of having telescopes like Professor Canuck, we have 2 microscopes that we have hooked up to the stream, and we do microscopy Mondays, every Monday, in fact. I do housework. I work on beating these games in my house. Optic, you are very wise. But Optic, tell me that I'm wrong, right? Optic, listen. When I do housework, Lita says that I'm a very good trier, and we do it again. To work out what time difference for the UK, so a 6-hour difference. 6-hour difference. So we are live tomorrow at 6:30 p.m. Eastern, so that is UK time 12:30 a.m. A good try, Yogurt. I'm a very good trier. The first name is actually the name of my first Dark Sun character when I was 14, 15. Optic? Oh, nice. Well, I do like Optic Nerve. I do like that name. Look, Yogurt, my cleaning is usually the cleaning that, like, it's good for base level. Like, if I clean, it won't get any dirtier. But apparently it's not good enough to actually clean the house. And I'm always like, well, honey, just point me towards what you need me to do. And she's like, well, then I just have to do it again. I'm like, that's okay. It's okay. At least, you know, I'm like, you're not going to get to it anyway. And then it's like, what do you mean I'm not going to get to it? And then it's like, run. Look, baby crying. Or something. Or something like that, Yogurt Girl. Professor could not get it. Professor's like, yep, that's about right. For that base level clean, that's my style. Yeah, but Yogurt, if you get too base level, it can be a little not clean enough. And then you're wondering what the heck happened and where time went. When my mom came, she and my grandma came to visit us, and my mom was like, what on earth? I'm like, it's not that bad. And she's like, no, this is terrible. And so she and my grandma were cleaning our house. And she's like, I understand y'all are taking care of a baby, but, like, you know, we need to do better. I'm like, yeah. Having company is a good inspiration to keep. See, but you see, Yogurt, here's the thing. Do you want your company to think that you don't live there? Like, do you want your company to come in the first be like, oh, did you just move in? This place looks unlived in. No, you want to make it feel like a nice and homey place, and it's not going to feel nice and homey if it's totally spotless. It's going to be like, oh, have you ever been here before? Do you live in a second house? And you don't want that, Yogurt Girl. You want them to be like, wow, this is a lovely place that I can see myself living in. Good for you for having this nice home. Hi, Spooky Sprinkles. Right? That's something. Pants! Amateur folks, if you're not following Amateur Archaeologist, please go drop her a follow right now. She is not. There is nothing amateur about this woman. The woman goes on excavation to actual real-life archaeology sites. She's a science communicator, professional Stardew Valley and Pokemon player extraordinaire. Go check out Amateur Archaeologist on her partner Poosh, and also go check out Spooky Sprinkles, legendary artist extraordinaire. Excavations. Thank you, Amateur. Amateur, I already have you queued up for tomorrow. I'm notorious for getting first in her stream. Supposedly I'm there more than her mods, which begs the question. Why? Hi, Nerduino! Nerduino, I made you as an ant. This is what I see you as an ant like, Nerduino. Yeah. Taking care of that house. Exactly, Becca. That's what I said. I was telling others they need to get good because you camped out at like 7. Yeah, amateur, I work hard, okay? Amateur archaeologist, I work hard. Please don't question my dedication to you and your craft. Because I will be so sad. We need that Space Antonias a sneaker. Do we really, Yogurt Girl? If you like her enough, I will consider making her a sneaker. Did my first digital drawing today. I'm proud. And I'm so happy. Nice, Spooky. Spooky, listen. You shouldn't. You should always be proud because your art is breathtaking. Spooky Sprinkles. I'm just throwing it out there, Spooky Sprinkles. Chat, if you like breathtaking artists extraordinaires, please go follow Spooky Sprinkles. No, 15 seconds. In 15 seconds, chat. Hold on. 15 seconds. I'll add a little more color on the pants here. Speaking of, if you're subscribed, there is an exclamation point pants command. There you go. Go follow Spooky Sprinkles. Wow, Spooky. I don't know if you ever had nerfed comments here before, but there you go. There's your first one. If you haven't already, Spooky Sprinkles, you done been nerfed. I'm sorry, Spooky. I can't endorse bad behavior.
Now
Yeah, we do have. Thank you for triggering the I like your pants, frying pants. Elena's crying when you're doing the dishes. You need to tend to her, and she needs attention if there's a dirt apple. Exactly, Becca. Exactly. But that's not what my mother says. My mom's like, no, you can just put her down in her bed. She'll scream for a little while, and then you'll go back when you're ready. That was one of 2 nerfs that you can have, Spooky Sprinkles. We have 2 nerfs here, if you, nerfing animations. Every time there's self-loathing or there's needless apologies, your comments get nerfed, and so do you. And it's out of love that we do this. I wouldn't do it for any other reason. You know, it's out of the purest form of love that we do this for, Spooky Sprinkles. Alrighty. And then Raiders, the other one we're working on is a TedLasso Antonia. Soon we'll have to do some more cinematic masterpiece ones. That's not a... So, Becca, listen, my mom, Dad, Eastern European, they're just like, no, you put the kid in the bed, you go take care of your stuff, and then you come back. She's like, 10 minutes is not going to hurt her. Which, I understand the point, Becca. I understand the point. But, yeah, we do things ever so slightly differently, Becca, I suppose. I can't take, the little one crying. Can I see Big Ted? Hi, TD Fox. May get on your nerves speaking from experience. The baby? Or the parents telling me how to parent my child? Or both? Because I can see all that going. Optic! Crying, more crying. Actually, Marianne, and so far, it has not gotten to me. Hi, Cruxy, welcome in. I haven't gotten annoyed. I just look, and that's it. I don't know what that means, Samuel. I do not know what that means. Oh, you mean the program we're using? Or it's a dirty phrase. I don't know. This Anne's trying to sell me a vacuum. Listen, Optic, everyone needs. Oh, design program. Thank you, Samuel. Right above you. Right above you. So it's Clip Studio Paint. I had to question. I was like, Samuel, I don't know where you're going with this one. This one might be a Silly Willy comment, or it might be a for cereal comment, and I don't want to judge either way, because you know, Spooky Sprinkles. Thank you for the lurk, Spooky Sprinkles. Buttspot also enjoyed the lurk with you, Spooky Sprinkles. That makes Smikes very happy. No idea who this ad is based on, but right, TedLasso. Optic. Hold on, Optic Nerve. We are gonna pull up an
We'll all be Gucci.
We will all be Gucci. We're gonna pull up a picture of TedLasso because Optic, you questioning this makes me question everything. Makes me question everything. Okay, there is the reference for you. As an ant. Hi, Yoshi. Welcome on in, Yoshi. How you doing? First time chatter. Welcome in. There you go, Optic. What do you think, Optic? Close? Who is he? He's the lead of these Jason Sudeikis. He's a soccer coach. Oh, he's the head coach of AFC Richmond. There you go. Wetware is shutting down early. Everyone have a good one, Golganak. Have a good one. Sleep well, Golganak. He is a soccer coach, Marianne. So in the TV show TedLasso, he is the soccer coach of AFC Richmond. Spectravonic, good job catching the biggest fish. The heaviest fish, 17% heavier.
Hello there. Hello there.
Hello again, Blueberry.
Hello there.
Blueberry, I didn't realize you left, Blueberry. Blueberry, I didn't realize you left, Blueberry. I know, NMD, we're getting all the big fish. The big fish, yes. Blueberry, if you read up above, it says that Spectra got a giant fish. The Pokemon community game. A very big fish. In fact, Blueberry, one might argue a giant fish. Possibly, maybe, potentially. Possibly, maybe, potentially. Lorg fish? Listen, NMD, I love Lorg fish. Especially for dinner. Although I haven't had fish in a while, NMD. Have you had fish in a while, NMD? I feel like you haven't had a lot of fish either, NMD. And now I'm worried about your fish intake, NMD. Salmon fish. I also do, Blueberry. Salmon is where it's at, Blueberry. I had fish. Oh, really? Heck yeah, NMD. NMD. Good. GG's, NMD. GG's. I'm glad to hear that, NMD 96. Only like the shellfish. That's okay, Optic. Did you have shellfish recently? As long as, Optic, you're not being shellfish and you share with Pet Wonder, then we're all Gucci. All the fishy benefits, very good, NMD. I had prawns today and some dashi. Of that, what is dashi?
Gucci.
Cliff Astor McLean. I actually don't know what the dashi is. Trump and the NMD. NMD, I also love Trump. Oddly enough, I don't like fish at all, but will floor a box of Mrs. Paul's fish sticks whenever. Oh, nice. Japanese fish broth. Gotcha, Cliff. Gotcha. Do you, when Optic, you're having the fish sticks, do you also have cheese sticks? I feel like, Optic, they go together. They very well go together. That might just be me, Optic Nerve, but I feel like if you're having fish sticks, you should also have fried cheese sticks. Just as a possibly, maybe, potentially throwing it out there. Tater tots. Listen, Optic, I can't have tater tots anymore after the movie Napoleon Dynamite. Absolutely ruined the concept of tater tots for me. Now all I can see is someone going tots, and I just can't. I just can't. Beach Team, because that movie just ruined the word tots and everything about tater tots. Listen, Optic. It was hyped up to me to no end. And quoted to no end. And when I finally watched it, I think it was overhyped so much that I just found it irritating. So I blame how it was hyped up to me for my dislike of it. But I really do not care for it. Yeah, it must have been yogurt. Like, you had to be there kind of event, because I do not care for that movie. And no, Lita has not seen it either. I didn't like it on rewatches ever. Huh, okay. Really enjoyed it. I don't mind stupid movies, Cliff. Or Optic. It was just that one particular feeling of it. It was just too much. Hello, Ugamugga. Welcome in. I usually have potato salad with fish stick. Ooh. Yes, potato. Absolutely. Yeah, we have potato salad. Like Cliff, like you mayonnaise in there and onion and stuff like that. Napoleon Dynamite was such a good movie with my eyeballs. Sometimes watch it with my family movie night. Blueberry, I'm glad you like it. No, I'm not knocking you if you like it. I just personally cannot watch it. And if anyone says tots, it drives me right up the wall. Because of that movie. Normally, no, Optic, listen. There are movies like that like, you don't mess with the Zohan. I don't know if you've seen that, Optic. That's when Adam Sandler plays a Israeli counter-terrorist whose dream is to become a hairdresser. It's an Adam Sandler movie. I think it's hilarious. I cannot, like, we watched that movie in theaters 4 times. And I've watched it an absurd amount of times at home. It is extremely dumb. But it is I find it hilarious. I will cry laughing at that movie still. And, it's the same thing, Optic. It's like most movies, you know, most movies are not for everyone. But, you know. Yeah. How dare Blueberry? How dare Blueberry? Blueberry, if I had any tots, I would give you my tots. But we have no tots in this house. 0 tots in here. As the Cobbler, I have not seen it, Optic. I've heard good things about it. Movie theater got legit barber chair branded for that. Oh, that's amazing, Yogurt. Yogurt, yeah, my grandmother loved that movie. Actually, Yogurt. She loved it. She doesn't speak a lick of English. She thought that was hilarious. One of my favorite comedies was actually got awarded for worst movie of the year when it came out. Oscar with Sylvester Stallone. That sounds vaguely familiar, Moonrise. I don't know. I must have seen it, I guess. We kept it up on the projection booth for some reason. I mean, Yogurt, it's probably a very comfy chair, right? I would be all about that. But yeah, my grandmother doesn't speak a lick of English. Thinks that movie is hilarious. Like, she will be howling laughing at how funny she finds You Don't Mess with the Zohan. Same thing with Blades of Glory, if y'all remember that.
Where's my drink?
What drink?
That is with Napoleon Dynamite as well. Spooky Sprinkles, thank you for the hydrate, Spooky Sprinkles. Thank you, Spooky. Yeah, Blades of Glory was also with John Heder and then Will Ferrell. And she thought that was hilarious. Do you remember that one, Yogurt? Again, my grandmother, who doesn't speak a word of English, thought that was a hilarious movie. If that is appealing to you, then, you know, check it out. And speaking of movies, folks, we're going to be putting a poll on the Discord soon for when we should have our movie night where we're watching a cinematic masterpiece. We're going to be watching The Mummy, starring Brendan Fraser, Arnold Wise, and Rachel Vosloo. No, wow, I really messed that up. Brendan Fraser, Rachel Wise, Arnold Vosloo, and Oded Fair will be watching it. In the coming weeks, there's going to be a poll if y'all want it on a Tuesday or on a Sunday. So make sure to join the Discord so you can vote on when you want Discord movie night to happen. Theater from 2006 to 2012 saw a lot of things. Which one from that time period is your favorite? Miss Garrel. The Territor are in his pockets. Let's jump on. TD, I have no idea what that means. So much No Country for Old Men, Melancholia, Drive, Grindhouse. Don't get me started. Yo, Yogurt. Yogurt, you should definitely be like a professional movie critic. I feel like that would be a very cool thing for you. Tater Tots? What about Tater Tots, TD? Naderfiend, thank you for the 100 bitties. A little too lame in the role of epigenetics in the immune system. Naderfiend, my friend, you know you don't have to cheer bits to ask questions, but I appreciate you, Naderfiend. Naderfiend, so that's in what organism, Naderfiend? That's my first follow-up to you. What organism do you want to hear about? Because depending on which organism, that answer is going to be very different. In ants, okay. So insects' immune systems are complicated by the fact that there's no adaptive immune response, Naderfiend, meaning they don't have B cells, they don't have T cells. All they have is the innate immune system. The innate immune system are like your macrophages and basically your policing cells that phagocytose or eat potential invaders such as bacteria. The role of epigenetics classically in immune systems is up genetic priming. So you can have a primed immune system where you can have genes kind of ready to be turned on that would assist in the immune response. So if you already have them on, or there's transcription factors already on the genetic site that are ready to turn them on, you might be able to better fight off infection. And Naderfiend, that's more what insects have. That we do find if you infect them multiple times with the same stressor, they'll respond better the second time and the third time than they did the first time. And it turns out it's because there's genes that are primed. So there's transcription factors sitting on the gene itself, ready to activate the immune response. And so that's like the most epigenetic that we are aware of in terms of insect immunity. We do know that phenomenon happens in humans too, but it's a little bit more complicated because of the adaptive immune response that's also existing. Does that make sense, Naderfiend? Let me know. And welcome the heck in, Naderfiend. It's a Napoleon Dynamite line. TD Fox, I'm not sure what the line is though, because you were saying the territory on his pocket is let's jump on, and I'm not sure what to jump on. Awesome, Naderfiend. Naderfiend, how are you doing today? Naderfiend, we did a space Antonia, and now we're doing a TedLasso Antonia. Ugga Mugga, thank you for the banana. Ugga, thank you for the bananas. As Smorphosaurus would say, everyone needs their potassium. That's your daily dose of potassium right there. There we go. Happy the 76ers are doing well. I have no idea. Naderfiend. I'm totally checked out of basketball. I am aware partially when the playoffs start, but even that I possibly miss. I've been Naderfiend with our daughter being around. I'm even more checked out of sports than I usually have been. Last year I was really not into MLS just because of time, and this year even less so. I'm still up to date with my Champions League and my Premier League action, but like with the little one there's just even less time, you know. My meds are potassium sparing. I'm glad to hear that, Ugga Mugga. Gotta be careful with the potassium, you know. Gotta make sure you're intaking enough and keeping everything balanced. Otherwise, you could get shaking legs left, right, and center, you know? Okay. And now, finish the crest and then blend the colors. all be set. Pickles also a good source of potassium. So Moonrise, pickles are good because usually there's a bunch of salt in it. It's, of just how the pickling process is that it's electrolyte loaded. So pickle juice is in fact even better than just the straight pickles if you're looking for like a little bit of a recharge. There's even some athletes that would just drink pickle juice as their recharge mechanism. Bananas are good, Pet Wonder. That's very true. And there's also just like straight potassium pills as well that you can take as like a dietary supplement. Alrighty, there's TedLasso. Let's go ahead and add our another layer to blend the colors. And we'll be all Gucci with this one. I love pickle juice. So Moonrise, do you ever just grab a jar of pickles that like you've emptied, like really, really good pickles, and then just drink some of the juice? I do that sometimes. Should I do it? It's probably fine. It's probably fine, but it could be a lot. It could be a lot sometimes. Put it into a Caesar. What do you mean yogurt? I use pickle juice to marinate chicken. Oh, wait, a Caesar is a Bloody Mary? Really, yogurt? Huh. Hi, Nye. You knew this before it was cool? Good, Moonrise. Call them Caesars. Listen, yogurt, when are we making Canadian Antonia? Yogurt, I distinctly remember us having a chat about making Canadian Antonia. Because you gave me all these Canadianisms. And I feel like we have to make Canadian Antonia now. I already have a vision in my brain of how this is going to look. Antonia? Yeah, absolutely. Oh, absolutely, Andrew. Without question. Anytime. Okay, I'm just asking, yogurt. I want to make sure that we get it done on time for you. When is Canada Day? I feel like that must be coming up at some point. Isn't it around America Day? I can't remember, but we did talk about that. Make sure the character July 1st after your birthday. Okay, gotcha. So we'll have to do that. I do remember, yogurt, you were telling us that it should be, the Antonia should be holding a container of Tim Hortons. I do remember that. And like wearing like a moose hat and stuff. So that's in my mind for what that should look like. We did talk about, so starting in May, chat, every SciArt Sunday is going to be monthly themed. So we're going to have the theme of Star Wars for the month of our month of May will be Star Wars, June will be Marvel, and July will be DC. So just to think about, maybe one of those months afterward can be like countries and like, that might be kind of fun, I think. A Jawa Antonia? Anything's possible, Optic. I've already been begged for a Jar Jar Binks Antonia. Optic, so I don't know, Optic. The Jar Jar Antonia has been very highly asked for by multiple people, in fact, Optic. And That's a doozy then to say no. Blueberry, thank you for the stretch. Blueberry, my shoulders are cracking left, right, and center. Ugh. Not the bone. Well, not the bones, Blueberry. It's cartilage is all gone, and that's why they crack back there. Turn to dust, if you will. Also, why did we originally start talking about the multinational Antonias? Because, chat, on the Discord, we have daily science trivia run by Master Smikes. If you win the most amount of points in a month, you get either a science sticker or a magnet. And we wanted to have Antonias that represent all the countries. So I need to work on those. Somebody. Zin! Sleep well, Zintaus. Sleep well. Guys, if you please thank Zintaus on his way out. This song is true about him. Save the world from an asteroid, folks. You can thank him for you being here. Without Zintaus, where would we be? There is some really weird line here, y'all. It's on this layer. Haha, got it. Figured it out. Sleep well, Zen. Yes, Zen, you are a hero. Lurk and maybe Ninny. What is Ninny? What does mean Ninny, Blueberry? Alright, we're getting there, chat. Night-night. Ah, okay. Sleep well, Blueberry, if you are going to sleep. If you're making sleepies, Blueberry, sleep well. Thank you for hanging with us. Oh, Nai. That makes more sense than Ninny. I apologize, Blueberry, for my crazy pronunciation. I got excited, Blueberry. I got potentially, possibly excited. Here we go. All right, antennae. Does anyone have any fun plans for the rest of the evening? I am. Lita and Little One haven't texted me that they're on their way yet. That means that I get to do some random house things. Maybe have time for some video games. We'll see. And then, have dinner and go to sleep. Shoulders allowing, yes. They are very silly today, Andrew. Speaking of silly Smikes, I'm sorry we didn't get another musical character done today. Sorry, Smikes. And also, Andrew, I apologize that the Beaver musical character is not yet ready. Soon, Andrew. I have vision for the Beaver character. There we go. There's TedLasso, Antonia. Now, chat. See, is Beaver going to end up being a Star Wars Beaver? Well, so, Andrew, no. If it's on... Starting in May, if it's on a Sunday, it'll be Star Wars-themed characters. We could have a Star Wars Beaver at some point. But on Whack-'em Wednesdays, we can still do the musical Beaver. So we're not getting rid of that. Don't worry, Andrew. Don't worry. Don't worry, Andrew. It's going to be fine. Chat, there is a fun background for this. There is the Believe background, which I think I need to move its layering around. But this is like a... Whoa, my layers. A fun part of TedLasso. Blint, select all the layers. Can I move them all over? Well, we'll figure it out. Should it say believe? Oh, well, it's not a B, Smikes. Hold on. I think we'll just... Oh, yeah. Well, I could hide the layers. I could do that, and that would... Then I can merge them together, but maybe I'll just do it like this. If you know, you know, kind of thing. And then we'll put a little color black back there. If I lock them, is that what it is, Mikes? Hold on. No, if I lock them, they don't move. It's all fine. It's okay. We'll do it like this. It's silly. It's fine. It's silly. It's silly Willy. There we go. Oh, no. I was trying to move over the character a little bit, but I kept getting the individual layers instead of the
In
together.
dreams, one
Blueberry,
is not
sleep well.
tethered by earthly limitations.
What does that mean?
Come.
Sleep well, Blueberry. Thank you, Beach Team. I haven't watched a second of that show. How dare, Yogurt? How dare? Taking off. Thank you so much, Blueberry. Thank you for hanging with us. Have a great evening. Group them and then link them. Hold on. We'll try it really quickly. That's weird. It has the option to not... I'll have to find all the buttons, Mikes. It's okay. We'll figure it out later. Gotta see if someone's Apple Plus. That's fair. Apple Plus, indeed. Do you live near airport? Ugga mugga. It's like 30 minute... It's a 20 to 30 minute drive to Philly, where the airport is. But for some reason, they insist on flying over our house. Now, this wasn't always the case. I think someone complained in a nearby town that they didn't like that there were sounds, and now they fly over our place, and I really don't like it. Yes, to keep the property values low, and if yeah. Something like that. All right, chat. We finished 2 pieces tonight. We did finish. Where's the space one? Here it is. We finished Antonia as TedLasso. And we finished the space-going Antonia as well. What's up, Blueberry? What's up, Blueberry? Yeah, there's a fair bit. I have the window open, too. It doesn't... If the windows are closed, you can't hear it, which is good, but... Yeah.
Ah! You are wholesome as ferret. Yay!
The sun... Oh, thank you so much, Blueberry. Let me see. Let me make sure everything is saved. There we go. So we finished 2 pieces tonight. We did finish Antonia going to space. And we finished Antonia as TedLasso. We'll put these into... There'll be emojis on the Discord, I think, will be for these. So make sure you join up the Discord. And you too can have fun times using these